Ba ba ba! Hoot hoot hoot! Welcome back, all y'all! Thank you so much for coming and joining me on another fun stream. How are y'all doing? Hoot hoot hoot! Sorry I'm late. I was trying to set up my game and yeah, it's working, so I'm happy. But Wii setups are kind of weird if you're sitting on a computer, so. I'll explain all of that fancy stuff later, but just know that my Wii sensor is literally sitting on top of my phone right now, because that is the best I can do with this sort of setup, so I'm trying my best. We gotta maneuver some things around to get the best surgery that I could possibly perform. Anywho, how was your weekend, guys? How was your weekend starting? It's might be the weekend for you guys, but for some of you, it is just about to start. So happy Friday! For those of you who just finished work, congratulations on another wonderful week of work. I'm glad that you guys all worked very hard, very proud of you, and I hope you had a better week this week. Yes. I'm sorry, I was gonna stream yesterday. I said I was gonna stream yesterday, but you know, never take my word. Never take my word. Seriously, because when I say I'm gonna stream something, it most likely means that it's gonna be the day after. Because I was so tired yesterday. I don't know what happened. Lately I've been going back to this really bad habit of sleeping on the floor. I really shouldn't be doing that, as much as it actually feels really good for my back. Yeah, I've been so tired lately that I can barely make it to the shower again, which I really should be making it to the shower because I'm covered in disgusting germs. But some days I'm just... Oh, my phone just died. What? Hello? No? Oh my gosh, people are messaging on me on my phone. Give me 1 second here. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, the Wii camera. The Wii sensor just keeps falling on top of my camera. Okay, there we go. Don't fall. It's such a bad habit. I need to stop sleeping on the floor. It's not good. It's not good for my back. It's not good for my sleep, because when I sleep on the floor, I can't sleep straight. If you know what I mean. Like, I can't get a proper full couple hours of sleep, because every few hours or every hour or so, if I'm sleeping on the floor and I'm a side sleeper, I have to turn, and because at some point it starts to hurt when you lie on one side for too long, because the floor is so hard. And you should be turning if you're sleeping on the floor, because if you don't, you are going to develop a pressure ulcer. And so my sleep has been very interrupted lately, because I've just been like sleeping on the floor and then tossing and turning, and then just, I don't know, not feeling rested. But at the same time, my body's so tired that I don't even want to get in the shower. Because the problem with taking a shower is that it makes me feel more awake, and then I can't go to sleep. So sometimes, as soon as I get home, I'm just like, drop on the floor and sleep. You know what I mean? In like the dirtiest area of my home. Right? Have I tried sleeping in the shower? I have, actually. I have slept in the shower at one point. There have been times where I was so tired that I just sat in the shower and maybe slept in there for like a few minutes. Yeah, while the water was running. Not good for the environment, but yes, I have like, not just in the shower, but in the bathroom as well. Like, I have fallen asleep on the bathroom floor, not on the toilet. Okay, so falling asleep on the toilet is very dangerous, because as soon as you wake up, you will not be able to feel your legs, and you'll probably trip over and die. That's how a lot of people have gotten hospitalized or been sent to the ER, because they fall asleep on the toilet, or they sit on the toilet for too long, and when they stand up, they lose sensation in their legs, and then they trip over, and then they fall. That's actually the cause of death of a lot of elderly people. But let me see how you guys have been. Lauren says, hey, so far Saturday has happened, which is always better than the alternative. Coldfire says, I'm ready for my surgical procedure. Well, I hope you guys will have a wonderful experience today on stream. Like you said, it's just been nice, really cold. Oh my god, you're right. It's mad cold. I went to yoga today, and I just didn't want to bike there because lately I've been biking. Well, not lately, but I always bike to my like yoga and Pilates studio. And even though the journey is only like 10 minutes, within that 10 minutes I'm like frozen, and so I have to bundle up so much. I literally am wearing stuff over my face. I'm wearing like boots. I'm wearing sweatpants. And I don't own a pair of glasses, like bike goggles or bike glasses, whatever those are. So when I'm biking, my eyes just start tearing up because it's so cold and so dry, and then it affects my field of vision. And so when I'm biking, everything is blurry, and I'm so scared for dear life because I actually do have to bike through very busy intersections. So it really has just been... I invested in a pair of bike goggles. They're actually not really bike goggles. They're just science goggles. They're the ones that you use in like labs, science lab. The plastic goggles, you know, the safety goggles. That's what they're called, safety goggles. I bought a pair of safety goggles just so that I could wear them on my bike because I'm not about to be buying some expensive bike goggles. I'm not like doing, what do you call it, the Tour de France or something like that. Yeah. Was in the warm shower and a nice little nappy. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been had my emo. I'm definitely in my emo phase, guy. You're right. I have had my moments where I've been in the shower just like straight up sobbing. Either straight up sobbing or straight up like disassociating. Mostly disassociating because shower time is my disassociating time. It's very nice because you just get to stand there and you just get to like detach from the world a little bit. And then you slowly have to come back to reality, but then, you know, you had a nice shower, so it's a little bit better than it was a few minutes ago. It's a time to like reflect and try to like not bring home the work feelings, if you know what I mean. So a lot of the times it's weird. It's a weird feeling when you get home because I don't feel as exhausted when I'm at work. Towards the very end of work, I'm actually very much revved up on adrenaline because I'm giving a report, I'm greeting good morning to my coworkers, I'm ready to go home, I'm excited, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna like do my full like nighttime routine, it's gonna be amazing. And then as soon as I step foot in the house, everything just goes out the door. Even though I'm going in the door, everything else goes out the door. All the promises I made myself to do a full nighttime routine kind of just goes down the drain because it hits me. The exhaustion just hits me like a chug as soon as I step foot at home. I'm like, I'm just gonna go lie down on the floor now. And then 10 hours later, I wake up with a sore back. So yeah, that just happened maybe like 3 or 4 times this week. It's pretty bad. Maybe it's because I've been working so much more lately. I only had like 1 day off this week, but I worked like 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, and then I was working all day last week as well. So it's been a pretty hard to adjust to day shift schedule. So I've been trying my best to not, what do you call it? I think having this non-restful sleep is actually beneficial for me. If you know what I mean. I think it is actually beneficial for me because it makes me more tired when I wake up so that I can finally go back to a normal sleep schedule to readjust. Hi, hello, is this the karaoke stream? Not today, tomorrow. You gotta come back tomorrow, ask the same question, yeah. Sleep Funds, thank you so much, Hyper Epsilon, for being a clinic owl for 1 whole month. Sleep Funds. I think it's really my pillow. Also, my pillows all really suck. I feel like every year I'd buy a new pillow and I think it's great. And then after a while I realize it sucks. And then I want to get a new one. I need to buy new pillows. I think I'm going to invest in like one of those buckwheat pillows because when I was in Japan, that's what my Airbnb had. And those were the best pillows I've ever slept on. My neck felt so great afterwards. Yeah. Am I still jet lagged? When am I not jet lagged, Kleesky? I work night shift. Doesn't that mean I'm eternally jet lagged? There's no such thing as jet lagged for me. As a night shift worker, there is no such thing as being jet lagged, because you are eternally jet lagged. You are awake during the day, but then you have to be asleep at night, and then you have to adjust your body again. Every week you have to do that. Imagine working 3 to 4 days a week. And then the other, like half of the week you're working night shifts, and half the weeks you have to adjust a day shift. And then you have to switch back and forth every single day. I've been doing that every single week for the past 5 years. And now you know why people who work night shifts have so many health issues. And these days, day shifts seem so nice. Being able to work the day shift just seems so much nicer. And I'm a little bit envious now of my day shift coworkers. So I've been thinking, planning for the future, that one day, if it ever an opportunity does pop up, that I could work the day shift again, or ever. I've never worked a day shift, actually. I have, but over time, just never full time. If the opportunity of 12-hour day shifts do pop up, I'm definitely going to be grabbing that. I did try working 9 to 5 for 6 months. That was probably not a good idea. I didn't like that. As you know from my previous stories. Yeah. How was day shift been? Do you have a preference for days or nights? Day shifts seem a lot more fun, and the good thing about day shifts is that you have a normal sleep schedule, and on your days off, you can wake up early and really enjoy the full day. When all the stores are open, when all your friends are awake, when all of the things you want to do are happening, and you can sleep at a normal time. Night shift has its benefits in a way, because you will be up all night, and if you like to party in the club, which I don't, or if you like to go out to late night shows, or things that happen in the evenings, then night shifts are for you. If you like to party in the club till like 4 or 5 a.m., then yeah, you're basically on the night shift, right? But I'm not that. I'm old granny owl, like you said. I'm aging rapidly. My hair's turning grayer than it already was. It's time for me to make a health change. And I've been prioritizing sleep a lot more lately. I've just been listening to my body. I haven't been forcing myself to wake up if I really don't feel like it. So that's a good thing. But at the same time, because of that, I've been losing a lot of time doing very important things like I should be doing, or I want to be doing, like gaming or streaming or recording things or doing other things. So right now, my biggest hobby is sleeping. And I am happy, actually, that is my biggest hobby. When people ask me, what do you like to do on your days off? Sleep. Majority of it. 90% of my days off are sleeping. Like today, I have a day off today. What did I do today? Well, I went to my yoga class, and then I came home and I slept. Then I woke up and now I'm here. I was recording anyway. I haven't recorded anything for months. I would say like almost a year. It's just I haven't had like motivation to really do so lately, but it is, all of my things have been set up. I have all of my files ready to record. I just really have not had any motivation to do so. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm like scared. A part of me is actually scared to go back to recording, just because I personally do not like the sound of my voice at all when I sing at all ever. And I'm like very harsh on myself. So when I record something and I don't like it, it just makes me not want to go back in there and record. I don't know. I think I have PTSD. I have recording booth PTSD. That's why I've been telling all my friends. It's like, every time I start recording, I start to get a little bit of anxiety. Because the thoughts that race through my head are like, what if I don't sound good enough? What if I suck? What if this like turns out really bad? And it just like, I've always had that feeling when I recorded back when I was in my previous life. In my previous life, there were some days where I would have like straight up mental breakdowns before I recorded something. I think I told some of you guys before, like my villain vibes recording. I actually almost didn't record that because I kept telling Keon that I was not good enough for it and I hated my voice. She should find someone else. I was telling her that I just can't record right now because every time I thought about recording for villain vibes, I would just have like a straight up like panic attack and just break down, and I would like freeze. Like I wouldn't be able to even sing. But I really just like forced myself to record villain vibes just because I didn't want to let her down. And then it ended up turning out to be like amazing, and still to this day I don't know why. But every time I think back to that, I get a little bit scared because that was like a really bad time for me, and I don't like to think about ever having to record like that again. So to this day, I'm still thinking like my recording sessions still remind me of that time, you know what I mean? So I'm still trying to get over it. It doesn't sit well with me. I don't know why. That's why I've been mainly doing more karaoke's. Just because, long story short, I don't feel confident in my recordings anymore, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I've lost a lot of confidence in myself in the past like year or two. So I'm trying to slowly build it back. So that's just really been my journey right now, but I'm not going to force myself to go back in there because the last thing I want is for me to like completely hate singing and stop altogether. So I just want to slowly ease back into it because my past life actually almost made me stop wanting to stream altogether. So that's why I've been really just slowly rebuilding it. You know when you kind of like do something so hard for so long that you start to hate it? That's kind of like what happened to me. So I'm not trying to go back to that place or ever try to remind myself of that place. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I don't want to burn myself out to the point that I end up hating something that I originally really loved. Like with anime, I think I burned myself out from anime for such a long time that I didn't watch it for years. But when I was younger, I used to love anime. I'd watch like tens of episodes of anime every single day. And then I kind of burnt myself out from it, but also because I had like other obligations in life, like school and work. But then now that I have more time, I'm slowly getting back into it and finding my love for it again and not actually being scared of watching. I used to be scared to rewatch anime because I thought to myself, I don't want to get emotionally invested in a show and then have my heart broken. I like don't want to go through the emotions that I used to feel when I was younger, because for me, watching anime reminds me of when I was in like high school and middle school. And like there were tough times during those times, right? So you will remember all of those emotions that you went through when you used to watch anime in your teens. And when I was older, I was like, what if I get into a show and I'm devastated? I don't want to feel devastated. But slowly easing yourself into it, and then, you know, every once in a while watching an anime that makes you cry is not so bad, you know? So that's kind of my rationale of it, and my thought process is that now I'm slowly easing back into it. Same with like video games. I never used to play video games, but I'm like slowly easing back or slowly trying to get into it. Yeah. So everyone just got to go on their own speed. I'm not rushing. I don't think there's any need for me to rush. Everybody has their own pace, right? As long as you're having fun and as long as you're improving every step of the way, it's fine. There are so many more fun things that I can do other than like singing and recording and other things that you can experience in life. And that is something I'm trying to prioritize because I've already recorded so much crap. I wouldn't say crap, but like good crap. I've recorded, I've done all that VTubing stuff. I was on the grind for like a good year or two, and now I'm on my little like 2-year break. So I'm enjoying my 2-year break. Touching grass, hanging out with friends. I actually told one of my coaches that as well, that I've taken like this very long break from doing like streams and like recording and stuff, not like how it used to be, which is fine by me. But at the same time, I've really been like going out there socializing a lot with friends, with coworkers, with family, and travel. And I never used to do this before. Never. In my old job, maybe I would hang out with a friend like once every 6 months. That was it. Legit, I'm telling you. Like when I used to work in my old job, I would maybe hang out with somebody maybe like once a season. Yeah, like once every 4 months or something like that. Once every 3 months. But now I'm like hanging out with someone every week. I have like dinners. Well, tomorrow I'm going somewhere, and then next week I'm having a dinner with an old friend, and then I'm planning a trip to go to like DC to see the cherry blossoms, and then I'm planning to go to like Canada. It's just like all of these, so many trips of like with all these new people that I've met at work that I want to spend time with and get to know more. Since there's so many new people at work that I really vibe with and I really enjoy spending time with, I really want to, go do things outside of work with them. So actually one of my coworkers and I decided we were going to go drive to DC. That'd be really nice. See the cherry blossoms, do hanami, and then we'll meet up with my friend who lives there. So it's just like, exciting normal life things. And then I never got to experience before. Am I living the normie life? Is this what the normie life feels like? I'm no longer a shut-in. I've graduated from becoming a hikikomori. Yeah! Woo! I got that work-life balance for real. I am enjoying every bit of my life, every aspect of my life, and then enjoying the quiet moments as well. I mean, I'm still very much like a shut-in at heart, guys. I am still very much a shut-in, all right? I, like, all day today, or like this past week on my days off, what have I been doing? Binging anime. I've binged so much anime this week. I'm very proud of myself, actually. I'm very happy. And then before the stream, I actually I haven't watched a lot of YouTube videos in a while, so I started catching up on YouTube videos, Hololive clips. I've been enjoying these Hololive clips of like Bibu's recent Minecraft streams, which have been, rising in popularity. And then that prompted me to go watch the other girls and Hololive. So I've been watching everybody's like me-side playthroughs. I watched ERB's me-side playthrough, and her voice acting was insane. Bibu's like clips of her Minecraft streams have been so funny. I've been watching Flow Glow, I can't remember, but like the Hollow Devies, Flow Glow. I'm watching clips of them, like kind of they're like the newest branch, so I've been watching them, catching up on Suisei's things. Yeah, Baby's Osaka accent. Yeah. So catching up on like Hololive news, and what else is there? Oh, and then I watched Caducus newest. A few days ago, he uploaded his winter 2025 anime recap, and I was cracking up so hard that I was eating dinner here on my while I was on my computer on like my desk, on my PC desk, and then I spat out my food because I was laughing so hard at the latest recap that my food just sprayed all over the table and I had to clean it up. It was so gross. Yeah, but all of his anime recaps are really, really funny. I forgot how much I enjoyed watching them so much. I wish he would do a little more on the shows that I currently love watching, but the short ones are good too. Yeah. Slice of life anime Athy arc. Yeah! I am doing my slice of life anime Athy arc. Like on President's Day, which was on Monday, I was supposed to have lunch with my friend, but she got sick, so we had to reschedule. But instead, I decided to go hang out with Mama Athy, and we just went to like the Japanese supermarket and bought a bunch of snacks, and we hung out, and it was really nice. Yeah, and then I watched anime for the rest of the day. Yeah, I caught up on the solo leveling. I caught up on the Dr. Ameku MD. Dr. Ameku MD. Wait, that's redundant because doctor is MD. I caught up on Ameku MD. I finished watching. I started watching the Yuzuki Brothers one. Is so cute. It's just, I don't know if you heard of that one. It's called like the Yuzuki Brothers Everyday Life kind of thing. It's a slice of life about these 4 brothers. And it's really cute. It reminds me of like Minamike. I really love slice of life anime where it focuses on multiple siblings. And back in the day, here revealing my old age, I think Minamike was probably like my favorite slice of life back then. Yeah, so if you like something along the lines of Minamike, then you will like the Yuzuki Brothers. So I finished that. I started watching like a lot of really cute slice of life-y anime. I started watching the Fluffy Paradise one. That one was really cute. About this like girl who gets reincarnated. She dies of overwork. It's so sad. Literally in the first episode, she like comes home and then she passes out in her home and she dies because she's been overworked. And her dream is just like, if she gets reborn, is to be able to like pet all the fluffiest animals in the world because she loves fluffy animals. So she gets reincarnated into another world as and then she starts out as a child. Most of the series, actually, she is a kid, and she has the power to talk to animals, and animals really like her. So she gets to pet all the fluffy animals, and yeah, I like that one. That was really cute. Fluffy Paradise, I think that one was good. Yeah. Bro, I was eating noodles and I spat all over my keyboard when I laughed. Yes! When you watch the Giggooks recap, that was so fun. We have a Japanese supermarket? Yeah, we have Japanese supermarkets around the area. Yeah. Sibling slice of life reminds me of Yuri Yuri. Yeah, those were good. Those were really awesome. Also, welcome everybody who just came in. Sorry I didn't get to say hi to all y'all, but I see you. What else is there? Aha! Oh. Aha! And then I started binge watching. Oh god. I started watching Kageki Shoujo. So I'm watching like all these really obscure anime. Kageki Shoujo is an anime that came out in 2021, but on Crunchyroll, when I finished watching the Yuzuki Brothers, or when I finished watching like a series, they'll be like, next anime, top anime recommended for you, Kageki Shoujo, and it's about review. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Starlight Review, but it is a review anime about like a bunch of girls who join the theater troupe. It's basically anime version of Takarazuka acting troupe in Japan, which is like a super famous acting troupe it's like all female acting troupe. Most of their fans are female. It's very hard to get in. I think recently they had really bad publicity because one of their actresses committed suicide from bullying and being overworked. So their CEO like had to resign and stuff like that. So recently Takarazuka has not had very good publicity, but it has like a very hardcore fan base and people really love Review. So Starlight Review is based on that, and then Kageki Shoujo is that. It shows like the process of them like auditioning for it, and then their classes, and then how each girl has to like get over their own insecurities and their own troubled past and their dreams, chasing their dreams. So it's like an idol anime, but in more so of like the acting world of like musical theater review kind of stuff. It even deals with very harsh topics with such as there was one of the main character girls, she has severe androphobia. She like does not like men at all because when she was younger, she was like sexually assaulted by her mom's boyfriend, and she was in like an idol group, and then she called, when she was doing like a handshake event, she called one of her fans gross, and that prompted them to force her to quit. So she quit, and she just really wanted to find a place where there were no men. So obviously Takarazuka is all female, so she decided to join. She got in, and then there was another girl who had like straight up binging and purging eating disorder. So that whole episode was about her. But in my head, I was thinking, oh, wow, this is like a serious topic. But at the same time, she kind of recovered from it too quickly, just because binging and purging is a very complex matter. And I don't think she would have recovered that quickly. All it took was one of the teachers to do like an inspirational speech and be like, you're amazing. You'll be fine. You have a beautiful singing voice. Like, you know, you're the one I chose during the auditions, like blah, blah, blah. And then she was all like, okay, I'm all better now. And I'm like, that's not how it works. It's very much more deeply rooted. But you know, it's a fun show. I like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've just been watching that. That has a lot of episodes. I think that has like 12 episodes. Almost finished. Toku no Jutsu. I know, exactly. Yeah, you remember Takarazuka Review. So when I go to Japan, I really want to watch them because I'm so infatuated with their culture now. I've done all the research. Kageki Shoujo is basically like it basically mirrors Takarazuka because it uses the same terminology as well. So it has the same information that the same stuff that they do in Takarazuka. For example, only 40 people every year gets chosen from the auditions. They have something called the otoko yaku and the musume yaku, which is like they split the cast into male roles and female roles because the females also play males. And then the otoko yaku is the male, musume yaku is the female. And a lot of the girls, when they join the group, they're like, I'm going to be a otoko yaku, like I'm aiming to be the male character, or I'm aiming to be a female character. And then they have a ranking system as well. So in every troupe, there is a top star, literally called the top star. And then so all the girls are like, I want to be top star. I want to be the top star in Naritai, or something like that. All their ambitions and something crazy like that. Yeah. So, and actually in Takarazuka, they have top stars in each of their troops. And I looked at them and I'm like, they're so cool. They look so cool. Their makeup looks amazing. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. The Toku no Jutsu in action. I've only worked like that in IRL. I know. And I deal with psych patients all the time. And every day they do a virtual, whenever we have like a psych patient admitted, they have to get a consult with psychiatry every day. They do like a therapy not a therapy session, but they actually do talk to a real psychiatrist every day. Obviously the initial session is longer. They probably spend like an hour actually talking to them, and then the subsequent sessions are about 30 minutes, like 20 minutes to 30 minutes a day. A lot of the times the psychiatrist will just do that to clear them so that they can have certain privileges back, because a lot of the times they can't have their phone, they can't have certain items like pencils, forks, they can't have those certain things. But then after the psychiatrist clears them, you can slowly give them back their privileges. And I mean 99.9% of the time, if they are admitted to inpatient, they will go to an inpatient like psychiatric ward for pediatrics. So, and we only have so many in the area that we're in, to the point that sometimes the kids will board in our hospital for like weeks, sometimes months, because there are no beds available. And also, depending on the case, some kids are not appropriate for certain psychiatric units, inpatient psych units. So they have to find specialized places, or maybe like homes for these kids, because a lot of them have like behavioral issues and they can't go home. They can't go to a foster home because they are like violent, like straight up. They cannot be around other people. We've had kids where it's like they have to be in a straitjacket kind of situation. There are only so many places that specialize in violent children, aggressive, violent children with intellectual disabilities that probably need to be chemically sedated most of their life, because I highly doubt that any sort of therapy would be able to help them because of just like the way they were born. because they've already tried a lot. I mean, maybe it'll help a little bit, but in the long run, these are the kids that are institutionalized their whole life, and it's really sad. Because we have one that keeps coming back again and again and again. I think he's probably come back like 5 or 6 times already, and it's the same thing, like injuring family members, and it's really bad. So that's the situation. Like we have one kid who's been on the floor for a while. They're getting younger and younger, guys. They are so young. They are, okay, so we have a lot of kids that are under the age of 10, okay, that have been admitted for suicidal behavior. We have one who is homicidal. So, oh my god, but he's such a cute kid. But he's in for attempting to murder his mom. But yeah, it's just really sad. He's so young. Homicidal, like, yeah, no, they're kids. When you admit psych patients, there are different types. They have to be placed on one-to-one observation, and then they are classified, like, what are they? Are they SI, suicidal ideation, SA, suicidal attempt, safety, as in, like, safety is a general term for they need to be placed in observation because they have tried to attack other people, or they are aggressive. So that's for safety. Safety is like sometimes they're aggressive. Those patients that kind of like will punch you in the face kind of situation. We have patients who are there for HI, like homicidal ideation, or there's homicidal ideation and then homicidal attempt as well. They sometimes can go back hand in hand. So yeah, when you chart, there's like different options. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of like HI patients lately, and it's kind of scary because sometimes the kids will be watching things on TikTok. I heard from one of my friends, so one of my coworker has a friend in another hospital who told her that they admitted a child patient who attempted to murder their family or something like that because they heard something on TikTok or they were reading a book. Is it either a book or watching a movie or TikTok or something that kind of like prompted them to do so? And there are a lot of kids as well where they'll like watch movies or they'll read a book about bullying, and it'll kind of trigger something in them, and it's kind of scary because like they're being exposed to all these things. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much messed up homes. And you think about it, it isn't necessarily that their background is bad. And recently we've been having to do like this mandated reporter training thing, and basically one of the biggest takeaways is that people always think that people from like underprivileged backgrounds or people who live in poverty are the most at risk for like child abuse or those sort of behaviors. But the truth is we tend to use that bias a lot, and it actually becomes an issue that we over-report families. For example, we'll see a kid come in and maybe they're not well groomed, or maybe they are saying things like I'm hungry and stuff like that. But actually that's not child abuse. It could just be that their family's really struggling. Yeah, and there's like different terms of what it is. It's so hard. I swear to God, it's really, really difficult to prove. Like they do have a very low threshold for what is abuse, but it has to be like if a child's life is in danger or if the child has been injured in a certain way. Yeah. It's just very rough. It's a very rough topic to talk about. So yeah, that was my patient the other day, but he's so compliant. He literally just goes to sleep at 9 o'clock. He was so funny. I was chatting with him. He has Pokemon cards in his room. So I went in there and I was like, oh my gosh, are those Pokemon cards? And he's like, yeah, do you want to play them? And I'm like, I don't know how to play them. But I'll hang out with you later because I was busy. I had like all these other patients to take care of, so I couldn't hang out with him. But I was like, okay, do you want some snacks? And he's always really hungry, but he has a curfew. He has to go to bed at 9 o'clock, and he's very good with that. So, I say to him, Like his mom would call at night and we'd be like, can you tell him I love him and stuff? And so I'm like, yes, of course. So then I go in there at 9 o'clock and he's like tucked in, the lights are off. And I'm like, okay, good night. And by the way, your mom called to tell you that she loves you. And he was like, I already know that. She already told me that today. And I was like, well, she called again and she told me to tell me that she loves you again. And he was like, okay. And I was like, have sweet dreams. And I would tell him stuff like, you know, I hope you have sweet dreams of all the yummy food that you like, because he really loves to eat. He's a little chubby kid. So then the next morning he woke up at 6 a.m. And then I walk in there and I'm like, oh, how was your sleep? And he was like, it was good. And I was like, did you have sweet dreams? And he was like, yeah. And then I asked, what did you dream about? And he said, well, I ended up dreaming about all my favorite foods, like you said. And I was like, oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad you were able to dream about your favorite food. He really is so cute. It's a precious boy. Yeah, it's going through so much. Low-key jelly, am I? It's because I wish I could dream about my favorite foods. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Wait, Masarashi says, one of my undergrad mock trial cases was set in a psych hospital. Ooh, that's so interesting. I'm sure there are a lot of cases, a lot of lawsuit cases that involve like psych. And a lot of people try to use like mental or like psychiatric illnesses to, or mental illnesses to like say that they can't make decisions and stuff like that. So they can't really be put on trial since the person was deemed not mentally appropriate for the situation or something like that. Like, you know, when someone murders someone and then they're all like, well, they weren't in the right mind, so lower their sentence. So that sort of thing. And psychiatrists have to make the decision whether the person was consciously doing it or if they were just cuckoo bananas. Yeah, not mentally fit, that's the word. Like if they were cuckoo bananas. Like in watching a lot of Law and Order. If you watch a lot of Law and Order stuff, it's basically that. Yeah. What Akleski says, oh, not necessarily brain rot, but mutations within the brain is a real thing when certain connections aren't being made and cause kids to act a certain way. Yeah, it's really sad because these kids are actually really sweet and they're like gentle giants, I like to call them, because the one that always comes back is massive. He's huge. He's still a teen, but he's at heart, he's like a very sweet kid. When he's calm, like he will express, mentally he is like a 5-year-old, unfortunately. Like those kind of kids that have like mental regression and they just aren't able to express themselves properly or appropriately for their age. So he'll speak like a 5-year-old, but he'll still be able to say things like, you know, I love my mom, I love my dad, that sort of thing. And he was even able to tell us that he actually wants to be put in a psych hospital. So it was really sad to hear that he understands that he's hurting the people he loves, to the point that he told us that he was like, I want to be put somewhere, like I just want to be institutionalized. He literally told us. Well, now we're trying to find a place and it's been really hard. Yeah, so it's really sad. Like he sometimes he can't control his behavior, but then he also knows that he can't control it. So that's why he wants to be separated from his family, because he has like younger siblings at home and stuff. And no, actually they live in a shelter. So the problem was like he tried to set both of his shelters on fire. So he's not allowed back with his family to those shelters. And he has like younger siblings. So he has no place to go. So he will stay with us. And yeah. Makes me sad. Oh no, yeah, no, he's done like worser things than that. Like there's a threshold though for the type of kids that they would admit to our floor. So for example, if the child has a criminal record and are like straight up like have murdered or not murdered someone, but they make the decision that this kid is most likely very aggressive and will probably try to murder someone if they admit them to the pediatric floor, then they do not admit them to the pediatric floor. They do admit them to adults. We have had teenagers as young as like 14 years old admitted to adult floors just because it is not safe to be putting them in a floor full of babies and young children, just because they are at the most at risk. You know, they're running around the halls, then all of a sudden you have this like homicidal teenager sitting in the corner ready to, I don't know, do whatever they would need to do. But there are like kids who are in juvie who will come in that I see in the emergency room. It's like a lot of crazy things. And then recently, there's been like low-key, I wouldn't say low-key, but some kids have been catching measles. Like, actually measles. And it's so sad because it's the children who are too young to get the measles vaccines that are getting measles. And you heard that there's like this measles outbreak that's happening in Texas right now. I feel like something like that's gonna happen here soon, because I took care of a kid with like positive measles the other day. At first it was rule out measles, a baby. At first it was rule out measles, but then we sent all of the testing to the Department of Health, and then it came back positive like a day later. And because of that, the Department of Health now is like locking down on the contact tracing. And it was so funny because measles is highly, highly contagious. It is airborne. It is like tuberculosis, as in like, if you are sitting in the same room as someone with the measles, you are most likely going to get the measles. Okay? So this kid with the positive measles was in the emergency room for a bit, and we did not know they had the measles, right? So everyone in that emergency room was exposed to measles. So they had to send out a notification to all of the kids who were exposed to the measles kids down there. And all you could see in like the subsequent days following the positive result were like dozens of children coming back to the emergency room to either 1, get tested for measles, or 2, get their measles vaccine. And then all you can see are like all these kids coming in like scheduled, MMR vaccine. And I'm like, oh no, no. Or like MMR swab. And I'm like, oh no. Damn. Can you imagine, like, you brought your kid to the emergency room and then 2 days later, you get a notification from the Department of Health, your child might have been exposed to measles. Please come into the emergency room. Like, can you imagine, like, the parents panicking? Freaking out? Yeah. It must be scary. Athy, play Extreme when? Soon. I'm actually interested in playing that game again. It'd be fun to revisit it. I did talk about it last time. Measles is no joke. It could go both good or bad. Actually, most of the kids that we've taken care of that my coworkers have seen, they've only seen maybe like a handful of measles cases, but most of the time they're very stable. Like the kid we have is very stable. But if, for example, they're immunocompromised, oh God, like measles can really go south. It is not fun at all. The rash for measles, oh my God, I'm glad that we were able to like catch it early. There's nothing really you can do for measles other than give them the vaccine, but when they already have the measles, it's a virus. There's like no antiviral situation for measles. You just have to fight it off. And luckily this baby was able to fight it off on their own. But the rash is so profuse, like all over the face, the body, and then it gets into the eyes as well, to the point that like they can't even open their eyes. It's like crusty eyes, red crusty eyes, just like pus coming out of there, and then their skin starts to like flake a little bit. And then when the rash finally starts to improve, there's scarring. Like you can see like hyperpigmentation on their skin from where those little red splotches were, except now they're not red, they're like dark, they're gray. Yeah. Luckily the contagious air, like the number of days that a person can be contagious with measles, I think is like 10 days. So after 10 days, they're free to go. Like they can go out into the world again and they're fine. But just within those 10 days, they're like highly contagious. Yeah. I don't want measles to come back or TB or any of those illnesses. Right. Oh, it's deadly to newborns, 100%, and especially to pregnant women. I think the worst is, the population it hits the worst is immunocompromised people and pregnant women, because when their baby is born, the baby is gonna have measles and the baby won't be able to fight it off because they have such a weakened immune system. So you really don't want pregnant women to catch the measles, and because a lot of the times if they do, their kids will be born with, you know, like abnormalities and things like that. Yeah. So you have to be careful around pregnant people. Again, living in the region of Texas where it's happening, haven't heard much, but the idea is just yikes. Yeah, no, I don't think it's like that big of a spread, but because measles is mostly eradicated, it's just, I mean, not mostly eradicated, but it mostly shouldn't be an issue. The fact that it's popping up again, I know like last year, a few years ago, there was also a big measles scare in certain parts of the United States. We just don't want it to come back. We don't want no polio. We don't want no TB. We don't want any of these old retroviruses to come back. I mean, come on. Let the novel viruses have their time to shine. We don't want those antique viruses to come back. I mean, bubonic plague, don't even get me started. That stuff sucks. Just get vaccinated, guys, if you can. Can it make you go blind? Yeah, you make your kids go blind if you're pregnant. Want to know how I win at plague? Whatever I'm doing, I'm transported by everything, then it makes it immune. That's true. I mean, whatever I'm doing, transported by everything, then it makes it immune to everything. Then I start the chaos. Ooh, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah. Kyle says they're essentially a hermit at the moment, but keeping clear regardless. Okay. Yeah, so just, you know, if someone's sick, you know, the best thing to do is to either, you know, do a rain check or hang out another day. Just don't be around other sick people. Wash your hands, wear a mask. It is peak flu season, guys. Peak flu season. Specifically flu B, because it's now later on in the flu season. But oh my god, literally every single child coming into the hospital has the flu, guys. It is so bad. Please protect the children from the flu. It is so bad. Every single room is flu, or like some other flu. Flu A, flu B, flu A, flu B. RSV, rhinovirus, adenovirus, human metapneumovirus, seasonal coronavirus, COVID-19, measles. All of a sudden, measles. The last one. True, flu is bad this year. Everyone has to return to the office now. Yeah, the flu hits hard. These mutations are bad. Anywho. Moving on from this topic, I did want to tell you guys something really funny before you start the game, because you know I always have to do my 1 hour yappy zatsus before we start. So instead of trending on Twitter, you see trending in the ER. Yeah, trending in the ER. There are actually ER trends that you can see, that you can analyze. Yeah. So. Our unit has officially adopted a Tamagotchi. But the story of how this Tamagotchi came to be is so funny. So 3 days ago or 4 days ago, I came to work and my coworkers and I realized there's a Tamagotchi sitting on top of the printer. And we're like, damn, we haven't seen one of these in years. Whose is it? And word of mouth was that there was a patient who was discharged and they had left their Tamagotchi in the room. So, you know, one of the nurses, they called the floor saying that someone was going to come, like their mom was going to come pick up the Tamagotchi or something like that. So it was like a lost and found item. So we were like, okay, we're going to keep this Tamagotchi safe. And then that night, me and another coworker were taking turns, you know, taking care of the Tamagotchi. It took a while to figure out because I have not used the Tamagotchi in quite literally decades. But we figured out So the Tamagotchi was actually asleep most of the night because apparently a Tamagotchi falls asleep from like 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. or something crazy like that. But we were able to switch the time zones so that it would be awake. So the time was actually 7 a.m. instead of 7 p.m. So it would be awake overnight. But then I didn't realize how loud they were. It just kept making these loud beeping noises, wanting attention. And then we kind of just forgot about it for the rest of the shift. It was fine. Then the morning shift came and then I told them, oh, take care of this Tamagotchi if you can. I think one of the patients left it here. Or actually, we thought it was one of the nurses. We were like, oh, is this yours? And they're like, no, I think it's a patient's. I come back the next night, that same night, and I'm like, oh, how's the Tamagotchi? And the nurse was like, the nurse that I gave it to was like, oh, I think it died. So I look at it and yes, the Tamagotchi was dead. And she was like, I think you have to reset it. And I was like, damn it, now we have to start all over again. So we restarted the Tamagotchi and it's back as a babu. And I made it my goal to keep this Tamagotchi alive for as long as possible. Just as long as that just for as long as I can see it grow into a child. Or just as long as I can see it become like a male or a female. Because I want to know if it's a boy or a girl Tamagotchi. I want to know what type of Tamagotchi it is because it starts out as a blob and you don't really know what type of Tamagotchi it is. So just for as long as I can see that. Just for as long as until, what is the grammar for this? Just until I can see it. Yes, that's the words. I can't grammar today. Just until I can see it evolve into a child. That's all I want to say. So I spent the whole night taking care of the Tamagotchi. I put it on my nurse's badge because it's one of those small ones. Put it on my nurse's badge. But then I realized how disruptive it was because every time I was walking around, luckily I wasn't in a patient room when it happened in the middle of the night, but all of a sudden it would just be like beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, oh my God, it scared the crap out of me. Even when I went on break, I took the Tamagotchi with me and then I was like taking a nap. Then all of a sudden I hear beep, 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 beep. And then it woke me up from my nap and I was like, God damn it, this Tamagotchi. So I turned off the beeping because you can turn that off. So I kept it alive most of the night. I figured out how to discipline it, how to play games with it. So I was pretty happy. And then I found out that the Tamagotchi was actually not of a patient, from a patient that was discharged, but actually from a patient that was still there. So one of the nurses who took care of him was like, oh, that's actually his Tamagotchi. His friend from school came over and gave it to him as a gift. But he thought that it was so annoying from all of its beeping and it kept dying and he didn't know how to play, he didn't know how to use it, that he decided to just give it to one of us. He didn't want it anymore. He gave it to us and said he didn't want it anymore. He actually gave it to the child life lady. And I think she gave it to us just to like keep hold of. And yeah, so I went into his room and I said to him, oh, thank you for this Tamagotchi, by the way. And then him and his mom started laughing. He's like, oh my gosh, that's where it went. So I had a conversation with him and I told him, Tamagotchis are really hard to take care of. And then we had this whole conversation about like, now you know what it's like to be a parent. And he's such a funny kid. He was like, so I told him that the Tamagotchi died the other day, and he's like, so are you telling me that I basically murdered my child? And I was like, no. He's like, I gave up my child, and then you guys murdered my child? No, actually, he was saying, you guys murdered my child? I should sue you guys. He literally said that to us. He was like, you killed my child. I was like, no, it's alive again. I promise to take good care of it. And then I asked him, oh, if it was a boy, what would you name it? Or what if it was a girl, what would you name it? I told him I would take really, really good care of this Tamagotchi even after he's discharged. And I would name it after whatever he wanted because it was his Tamagotchi. So he told me that if it was a boy, he wanted to be named Gary. And if it was a girl, he wanted to be named Patricia. And then his mom was like, where are you getting these names from? He's like, I don't know. I just wanted to be named that. I know. I was like, well, thank you for giving your child up to adoption. Now you know how difficult it is to take care of a baby. Because the mom was like, yeah, he just got really annoyed by it because it kept beeping every 10 minutes and he couldn't go to sleep. Yeah. These kids, you know, these kids nowadays, they cannot even take care of a single Tamagotchi. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So now our hospital, our unit has a Tamagotchi that we adopted. And I said, this is going to be our extra patient on the floor. Yeah. What would you name it if it's a boy or a girl? I have no specific name. I would just name it like Blob or Blobina or something like that because it started out as a blob. And plus it wasn't mine to begin with. It was his because his friend gave it to him and then he gave it to us. So I really wanted, so technically it's his child. So he needs to name it, okay? Why aren't you a Digimon? Or he was gonna call it Annoying Thing. I asked him, what would you name this Tamagotchi? And he said, can I name it Annoying Thing? And I said, okay, that'll be the nickname for it. But let's give them real names, like proper names. So then he came up with Gary and Patricia. Not a good feeling for Athy's Patricia? Are you saying that I'm just gonna name my child whatever I think it looks like when it's first born? Probably. I'll give birth to my child and I'll be like, Smushy. Name Smushy. Oh, Athy, Annoying Thing. Hey, come here, mashed potato. Come here, beet. Because you look beet red. Lumpy. Name child. Name burst. Offspring. Pain. Shoop, shoop, shoop. Small human. Reminds me of that crazy frog music video, the most annoying thing in the world. Oh yeah, that's a Tamagotchi for the new generation, the most annoying thing in the world. So nobody else on the floor knew how to take care of a Tamagotchi, and I wasn't back the next night. And I knew that the Tamagotchi was going to be asleep most of the day. So I gave it to one of my coworkers who knew how to take care of a Tamagotchi. She said she would take care of it, so I gave it to her. I was like, you know how to use this? And she's like, yeah, I know. So for the first few hours, she would take care of the Tamagotchi until it goes to sleep. But then overnight, I wasn't going to be there. And not everyone knew how to take care of a Tamagotchi or was willing to. So I went around and I was like, who's going to be back tomorrow? Who's going to be back tonight? Who's going to be back tonight? And two of my coworkers said that they were willing to take care of the Tamagotchi and they were back that evening. So I literally showed them how to use a Tamagotchi step by step. I showed them each menu option, what the beeping means, how to turn off the beeps, how to clean its poop, how to feed it, how to check for stats, how to discipline, how to make sure it doesn't die. And then they told me, they were like, you should be a spokesperson. You were in the wrong profession, Athy. You should be working for the Bandai company or something because you are really good at like selling toys. And you know, it's really funny because when I get really passionate about a certain thing or a certain show or even like a certain product that I use, a lot of my friends have like noted that I should actually become a sales representative or like a spokesperson because I'm very, very convincing when it comes to these kind of things. So when I was talking to them about the Tamagotchi and trying to convince them to each get one, they were like, you should actually be working for this company. And the same thing with my Peloton. When I bought my Peloton and I was really into it, I still am, I was trying to convince my friends to get them. And a lot of my friends, and even my coworker who works for Peloton now, not my coworker, my best friend who works for Peloton now, she was telling me, you should come work for us in Peloton and you should just be like an influencer for us because you are really good at selling it. A lot of people got sold. And I should just earn a commission from that because I'm very good. I swear, if I ever become like a bigger streamer in the future and have brand deals, I would be a very good spokesperson for those brand deals. Mind you, they would have to be brands and products that I actually enjoy using because I can't fake that sort of thing. But if I really do enjoy certain thing, like if back in the day, if Celsius really did sponsor me, I swear I could have gotten their sales up, guys, up. I should have been a pharmaceutical rep. Exactly. You get to wine and dine your patrons. You know, give them a little free pen light. That thing. Exactly. That sort of thing might become useful when administering placebos. Oh, I need to do that all the time. Every single day, my job at work is just selling my young patients and trying to convince them that I am not one big scary monster that is about to stab them with a needle. No, I have to use my persuasive methods to try to convince them that I am not trying to murder them, or that I'm not trying to hurt them, and that this medicine tastes like the best thing they have ever tasted in their entire life, even though I know it tastes like ass. So, I've had so much practice, and what's important is that you have to bring it down to like a elementary level. You know, don't use too much medical jargon, don't get overcomplicated, really try to sell what is best about that thing, and if there are bad things about it, try to turn it around and make it seem less bad. You know what I mean? So whenever I'm giving the kids like Tylenol or Motrin, you know, I always give them the option. Some kids really don't like the taste of Tylenol. I personally don't like the taste of Tylenol either. So the taste of Motrin is much better. But for example, the babies, they don't know what they're tasting, but since the medicine is sweet, they're mostly okay with it. I don't know if you've ever fed medicine to a baby before, but it is the cutest thing in the entire universe. Because a lot of the times you just see babies like sucking on the nipples, right? On their bottles. But when you have to feed them medications, you put it in a syringe, and then what you're doing is that you're kind of injecting the medication in the back of their cheek, and that's the one way to get it to do it so that they don't choke on it. And you're doing a little bit at a time, like slowly administering the suspension in the back of their cheek, side of their cheek, and then all you see is like their little mouths going yum 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 yum, and then you see their eyebrows start crinkling, and then you see their faces, and these are for like newborn babies. They're thinking about it. They're like, what is this non-breast milk tasting substance that's in my mouth right now? They're like, eh. They have this like weird facial expression. Also, thank you so much. Who was that just donoed? Oh, was that a dono? Thank you so much for the dono. I'm going to wait. Let me go to my stream elements. Oh, here it is. Oh no, not dono. Was it dono? Oh my god, was it stream elements? Who just did that? Who just did that? Who just did that? Conrad, thank you so much. Why is it not showing up? Oh, there we go. Good. Oh my god, that was so delayed. Conrad, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. You've convinced me. I'm sold. Take my money. Take it out. Hey guys, I'm also very good at selling people at having babies. So if you're ever considering having children, don't come by my stream because I will most likely try to convince you to have them. Yeah, because like the little cheeks go like nom 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 of this medicine. I don't know if I like it quite yet, but they have no choice but to drink it because they can't really spit it out quite yet. Most of them don't cry. Yeah, the oddly specific skill to have. I mean, that's what most pediatric nurses. We have the skill to either make you want to have kids or make you not want to have kids, depending on the stories that we tell you. So, do you guys want to have kids? Oh my god, please don't take that out of context. Also, thank you so much, Streamcast, for the coffee. Welcome back, Athy. Welcome back to you as well. It's glad to be back. It's good to be back. You want to have 6+ kids? Oh my gosh, I want to have like 10+ kids. I wish I could have like 100 children. That way I can build my own like family harem. Have you ever watched that family harem? Does that even work? Have you ever watched that princess, sister princess or something like that? That anime where there's this guy who ends up having like 100 step siblings or stepsisters or something like that. And even the mom is a hot catch. I want to say that's like probably one of my favorite ONAs ever, like OVAs. Sister Princess! Family harem! Come on, guys. It's like Brothers Conflict, except Brothers Conflict was a little suspicious. My sister and I were obsessed with Brothers Conflict back in the day. But it's not as good as Sister Princess, no. You cannot get any better than Sister Princess. You can only handle 2 kids tops. Nah, you got it better in you. I know you got it better. Yeah, you got it in you to do better. You can have more kids. You just need to have the right people to support you. But don't have kids if you don't think you're ready, because that would also be an issue. Kids deserve so much love and attention. I was actually reading a news article the other day. You tell my algorithm is very much based on like parenting, even though I'm not a parent. It's a lot of parenting, child rearing, child psychology, medicine, obviously like nursing, pediatrics, that sort of stuff. And then I came across a news article where it was saying, how do you change your personality? Have a child. Have children. It was basically saying that if you really want to change your personality, you really don't like the way that you are, or in some way you want to have like some sort of transformation, a lot of the times the answer is have a child. You'll notice that your personality will change. Kind of. Not for most people. I would say, I don't know if I could attribute that to like my parents, but I don't know if they changed. Exactly. Just 2? Why not 3? Why not 4? Why not 5 or 6? 7 or 8? 9 or 10? You might as well just round it up to the nearest 10, you know? Right? Also with the no. I'm the only one in the extended family that wants kids. I'll have plenty of support. I think that, you know, if you're ready to have kids, you're ready to have kids. Like, go ahead. They are a wonderful, wonderful thing. I love working with kids. I'll only ever work with kids my entire life. Like, you learn so much from them. You're always so inspired by them. So, speaking of what I just said, actually, there's a new anime that came out. I was watching Caducus winter anime recap, and he was talking about an anime that recently came out. I forgot what it's called, the ice skating one, and he said it was one of his favorite ones. And he said that the anime represents children very accurately, because a lot of the times in anime, like, children are either just like mascotty or like really like too cute and adorable to take seriously, or they're mature to, they basically talk like 40-year-olds. But in this anime, they kind of portray children more accurately in that they are both still immature but also going through very complex emotions. And that and it's the story of like a role model, which is kind of like the ice skating coach, and then a kid. And it shows how, you know, being a role model to children can also impact you and your development and your personality and your self-improvement and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so that's why I really love working with kids, because you as the role model also get to internalize all of these things about yourself and how you could become a better person and how you can portray yourself as a better person to others. And yeah, I think it's just you grow so much more when you are a role model towards other people, especially young kids, right? Because they take everything very, very seriously. So you can't joke around with that sort of thing, right? And it just teaches you how to be a good role model, how to be a better person. Yeah. Athy, doesn't 90% of your eggs disappear by the time you hit 30? Do they? Do they? Wow, I'm not 30. I'm still very young. I'm still very young, okay? I'm a young granny. I'm not 30 yet. I still have several years before I hit the big 30. Okay? Okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I know when my brother had his twins, he became a lot more time-oriented. Like before, he'd say he'd be around the afternoon and show up at like 5, but now he gives an exact time and is on the spot. Exactly. Because you don't got time to mess around. You got children, and you only have so much time in the day to give your time and energy to not your children. You know what I mean? They take so much energy from you that you only have so much free time to spend time with other people that are not your kids. Yes, that anime is Medalist. Conrad, exactly. And now I have to watch it just because Gigok said it was really good and it has a very interesting premise, and I want to see how accurate it is. Yeah, 85% already. No. I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I wish like very sad because I love kids and I wish I could have like 1 million kids. But I'm missing like the biggest thing, which is like to have someone impregnate me, right? So but I'm not interested in having that or doing that. So I was like, maybe I should adopt. That's the biggest thing. The problem is I want to have a lot of kids, but I can't find no one to have kids with, and that's the biggest issue. So I'm just stuck here with a conundrum. Like, should I be a single mom and just have a sperm donor, or should I just adopt? That is my conundrum right now. Yeah, no, there is a way for women who just want to be single moms and have no partner. And yeah, that's what it is. Have a sperm donor. There's so many movies about that. Yeah. But then I don't trust, because you know all the stories about like people's sperm donors being sussy people or being weirdos and then actually having like 1 million other children that are exactly the same as them, like a sperm donor donating the same sperm to like 100 kids and then he finds out he has like 100 children, that sort of thing. Yeah, that freaks me out a little bit, you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe it's that 100 baby challenge. No. Adopting is more based. I'm definitely adopting though, even if I have my own biological kids, I'm definitely adopting. Even if I don't have kids of my own, I would love to adopt or even just foster. Yeah. I've almost fostered a lot of my patients. There are a couple of patients where I have heavily considered if they end up going back into the system that I would foster them. Even though it meant that I would have to like give up a lot of the things that I do. Yeah. People do it to make money. I know. Just think about it. I'm getting old. Yeah. There's a room full of babies where you work, right? Just go get one now. Not gonna steal a baby from work. No, not those babies. No. I'm going to get super arrested for that. I'm gonna get super duper arrested. Oh no, big jail time for Athy, and I'm never be able to have kids. Yeah. Like a 10-year-old after the age where they're annoying. Oh god, Hollow, do I have bad news for you? If you think 10 years old is the age where they stop getting annoying, I have some bad news for you. Because that's the age when they actually start getting even more annoying. So, it's the worst. And trust me, I have cousins, like little cousins and second cousins who are 10, 11, 12-year-olds. And I would just like to say that it is a very difficult age to deal with. I personally think that the best age to deal with is probably like first year middle school, like, or last year elementary school. So maybe like 10, like not 10, but like 11, 12-year-olds, maybe 12, 13-year-olds. Definitely not 13, 14-year-olds, 15, 16, not really. 17, 18, okay. Okay. And then college is like a whole different story because whatever, everyone's doing their own thing. But I would say the only good age would probably be like the 11 to 13-year-old range, because that is the time when they're transitioning from being a child to a teenager. So half of them will still be like innocent children, and then half of them will kind of be a little bit more mature, angsty teens. But you have a good mix where it's not all immature children and it's not all angsty teenagers. My really good friend is a 5th grade teacher, and she said she loves it just because it has that mix. And then my sister is an 8th grade teacher, and she hates it and she wants to get out. So there are certain age groups that are much better than others, letting y'all know. And it depends on the kid, but no, in general, if you want like a good average gauge of what their personalities will be like, it's like, yeah. No, middle school is awful. That's why I think last year of elementary school is usually the best age to be a teacher. Or first year elementary. Oh my God, I've always wanted to be a preschool teacher because they're all so adorable. Just little kiddos just waddling around. Oh, my dream. They're so cute. Anywho, I'm getting a little bit distracted right now thinking about all the cute little kiddos, little baboos. It's sad. It's a little sad because lately we've mostly been having teenagers on the floor, and then whenever we have a baby, oh my God, we had a baby come in this week. A 3-day-old baby came into the ICU. They were freshly born. Like, you can still see how fresh they were from the womb. 3 days. 3 days! That's how fresh they were. Their umbilical cord was still there. So small. And I looked at it and I was like, this is the most perfect thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Fresh, squishy, pink baby. It was concerning. The parents were absolutely distraught, but the baby's fine. The baby is fine. A lot of the times when babies come into the ICU for this sort of thing, it's because they have GERD. I'm 99% sure this baby has GERD. But because it is a baby and they choked on the bottle or whatever, and they turned blue. Whenever something like that happens at home and there's like they're not really sure how it happened because the parents didn't witness it. Like they turned their back, they went back to the baby was kind of like shaking and like panicking, and then when they tried to burp the baby turned blue, so they did back slaps. They called 911. The baby came, and we call this a BRUE, or brief resolved unexplained event, a BRUE baby, which I have taken care of. I wouldn't say hundreds, but dozens of them in my lifetime, and 99.9% of the time they are fine. It is most likely GERD, car sickness, all that fun stuff. But with that 0.01% of the time, it could be something extremely serious like meningitis, infantile spasms, seizures, child abuse. So because they are so young, like these babies are like days old, they have to do everything under the sun to make sure it is not anything serious. So they do lumbar punctures, we do blood cultures, we do urine cultures, we'll do MRIs, we'll do X-rays, we'll do every single test under the sun. And it is extensive, and it is traumatic, and it is painful, and they're in the ICU. Most of the time they are fine. Like I said, I have not had a single BRUE baby that wasn't. Like every single BRUE baby I've taken care of has gone home perfectly fine. But because of the risks that are associated with their age, we have to do everything. So a lot of the times I like to call them the easy patients because they're just cute little babies. You know what I mean? Babies can get X-rays. Oh my God. Have you seen them NICU babies? I mean, not serial x-rays, not like x-rays every single day, but the NICU babies, they have these things called nasogastric tubes that go down their nose. And a lot of the times, initial placement, they need to get an x-ray to verify placement. So, yes, you can x-ray babies. Yes, the tube, baby x-rays. No, it's just a regular x-ray. Code brewy, you're right. So many abbreviations for things nowadays. Yeah. Speaking of like medical stuff, did you guys catch up on Ameku MD, the newest episode? I knew what was gonna happen in the latest episode. That was my episode, by the way, guys. That episode was dedicated to us pediatricians, pediatrics team. That was our episode. But I just don't understand how Ameku, Dr. Ameku has so much privilege in this hospital to just go around and be throwing out her diagnoses like that. Because in any other universe, there are so many legal implications. And it's no wonder she got sued. I mean, there was like a whole lawsuit with the mom, but then at the end, they were all like, if you can prove it wrong, then sure, we'll reinstate you. But it's not that easy. What about the paperwork? What about the proof? What about the legal team? Were there even lawyers in that room to begin with? Like, where is her lawyer? I don't know. Is she representing herself? Probably. I feel like she would not ever hire a lawyer. She would probably just represent herself in court. I don't think she needs a lawyer. In this case, you just can't be like spewing nonsense and then there's no legal person to verify what you're saying. If anything, they should have been recording what she's saying. And secondly, how could the mother give up that easily? She could have just been like, all you're saying is bullshit. Like, where's the proof? And then they'll say, oh, the proof is that there's grapefruit juice in these juice packs. But how could they prove it was the mother doing it? It could have, for all we know, it could have been the store attendant in the grocery store. Some random weirdo switching out the juices because they just felt like it. You know, like people poking holes in condoms just because, you know, that sort of thing. But really stupid thing like that. For all we know, it could have been the store attendant. It could have been in a manufacturing plant. Right? Her house would be searched. But she could have disposed of those syringes anywhere. In the hospital, for all I care. Oh, she's related to the founder. She is related to the founder. Their hospital is a family hospital, but still, you can't get away with stuff like that. There's so many loopholes to the show. And I think that the medical aspect of the show is very accurate, but I think that everything else is not. I think that the writer I know is he studied medicine. He's actually a doctor. So everything medical wise is very to the T. But then everything outside of that, concerning the legal aspects and the cleanup and the bureaucratic aspect of it, the paperwork, the social work, all of that sort of stuff, they don't make no sense because I've seen stuff like this happen in real life and it's not that simple. It doesn't resolve that easily. There's a lot of paperwork and a lot of red tape that you have to go through to be able to prove these kind of things. There's no red tape in this show. It's just, yeah, we can do whatever we want and everything's gonna be fine at the end of the day. Hand wave in favor of the plot. Exactly. You just kind of ignore all of the rational things that could possibly happen. Yeah, somehow still more accurate than real life TV shows. Am I right? Yeah. I mean, just how? What other world would a doctor literally have a house on top of a hospital, like an actual freestanding house structure on a roof on top of an actual hospital that is an office? And it's not like there are a million building violations and codes that they're probably breaking with having a freestanding structure on top of a hospital, but no, I don't, it's just, there's probably something wrong with that. You know, what if there's a typhoon or something? Aren't roofs supposed to be like empty for certain reasons, right? I don't know. He was the house. Oh my god, you're right! the true protagonist of Amaku MD was the house on top of the hospital the entire time. Dr. House, the true star of the show, was the house all along. Exactly, right? Right? The true MVP was Amaku's house. The title of the show should just be Dr. or Amaku MD's house. House of Amaku MD. Rooms are only empty because they don't have support structure to hold mental health. Right? Right? How could they put a whole house there? Well, when this would, I guess they're safe from tsunamis. You're right. You're right. Okay, I'm done talking about this. It was a fun show. All right, let's get to the game. I'm pretty sure I talked so much that my Wii U actually shut down, so I'm gonna have to turn it back on. Give me 1 minute. Turn on. Where is it? Wait, let's go to the gaming room. Okay. And then I have to go. Okay. Alright, it's alive. Let's play 1 hour and a half Satsu. I had so much I wanted to yap about, that's why. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, but let me make sure this. Let me make sure my thingamajiggle is working properly. That did not feel like 1 hour and a half at all, guys. Whenever I yap, it just, an hour goes by so fast. It goes by too fast. It's so much more fun when I'm with my pale owls. It's so much more fun when I'm with you. Ooh. Oh, wait. Okay. No. Oh, wait. Are? Okay. Can you hear? Oh, I didn't turn it on. I love the sound. Oh, I have to pop this out. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this amazing soundtrack? I'm vibing. Caducus. Nice. Nice. Sorry, I had to just vibe with the music for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed that. It's not every day that we get to enjoy the amazing BGM of video games, am I right? lord. It's already glitching out on me. I really have to, I have to sit really backwards. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, much better, much better, much better. But I'm warning you guys all now that it's gonna be a very botched surgery today. Just because I haven't done it in a while, and also my configuration is kind of off. Because my sensor is too close. The problem is with Wii games is that the sensor has to be really far. Usually you're playing this on your TV and you're standing from like couch distance, but my sensor is computer monitor's distance, which is not even that far. It's like less than a meter away from me. That's how far it is. You believe in Athy MDRN? Okay, let's go Athy MDRN, let's go! One day, my dream is to be like Amaku ND, and I mean, I'm not related to like a big shot hospital conglomerate family or anything like that, but my dream is to one day own a house on top of the hospital and then just run my own little diagnosis situation thing over there. You know what I mean? It would be so cool. I would love Detective Conan and... Oh, you know what? No, not even Conan. I'd love for Conan Haibara and Ameku and House to all meet. I actually had a dream the other night of where Ameku and House actually met each other. Because people kept talking about it in forums and in videos and memes and stuff. They're like, and you guys also keep mentioning it in the chat that like you'd really like to see Ameku and House meet. And so I actually had a dream about that. And all I can remember is that it was really funny. And I was in there too. Not me, just self-inserting myself into the dream, and I was somehow also a medical sleuth. And we, as a big trio, Athy, House, and Ameku, the big three, go out to solve crimes and save the world. Yeah. Woohoo! My dream! We have our own little theme song and everything. You've already achieved your dream of where your house is located. That's awesome, Rag! I'm so happy for you. I wish that I could reach that level of happiness in terms of where I live. That's pretty awesome. You gotta give me some tips on how you were able to buy a house in this economy. In this economy, unbelievable. Hugh has done Family Guy. He has potential to just randomly show up in anime one day. I know! Yeah. Also, no, I was thinking of a different person. I was thinking of Hugh Jackman, not Hugh Laurie. Wait, Hugh Jackman and Hugh Laurie, they have like similar vibes, if you know what I mean. They don't look the same, but when you're not thinking about it, they kind of do. You know what I mean? They have like the raggedy beard image. They have Wolverine, like ragged, like older middle-aged man with the, you know, a little bit depressed and has a very like messed up background and is a little bit stoic. No, they're pretty much the same. They have the same vibe. You get it? The same hair color, same haircut. When you look at Hugh Laurie, when you look at House and you think Wolverine, you're like, yeah, they could have swapped universes and nobody would have told the difference. Right? And then they have the same names, like Hugh Jackman, Hugh Laurie. I mean, one is Canadian, I think, or American, no, you don't know. And then the other one's Australian. Yeah. You did it by not paying rent. Hard life. What? Smart! Never pay rent. That is the mistake that 99.9% of the world are doing right now. Unfortunately, there's no other option for us. We are all just a slave to rent. Unfortunately.
Maryland, on the Atlantic coast of the United States of America.
Maryland? Okay, we just straight up are going to Baltimore.
In a location close to the nation's capital lies the U.S. branch of Caducus.
Wait, Caducus is in Maryland? Okay, good fact.
The international organization that treats and researches new diseases. Caducus USA falls under the jurisdiction of Health and Human Services.
So, Mayo Clinic?
Yet they have their own authority to execute private missions.
So, Mayo Clinic?
They are dedicated to the treatment of intractable diseases and the prevention of infectious illnesses.
So, Mayo Clinic?
Marcus Vaughn, age 34, surgeon, place of birth, California.
Yes. Everybody's so good looking in this show. I mean, well, not show. I said show in this game.
Valerie Blaylock, age 28, surgeon, place of birth, North Carolina.
Hey, yo.
Elena Salazar, age 20, nurse, place of birth, California.
Damn, to be a nurse at age 20? That's a little difficult in this day and age. Most of the nurses I know are at least 22. Because that's the age that you have to graduate. But you could technically be a licensed professional nurse at age 20. Not an RN. Because an RN takes 4 years, at least, of school. She probably graduated high school
the newly
early.
created Special Disease Counteraction Team.
20 is very young to be a nurse. I mean, I was 22 when I started, so.
Now, sign here, and on the written oath
Oh,
and
no,
the waiver form.
Are we joining Caducus? Yeah! She's built different. I want to be Elena. Is this supposed to be John Hopkins? I mean, John Hopkins is a questionable health center. It's good. I'm not saying it's the best. It's great. But I've had some patients who come from there and said it was not that great.
Why the sour face, Dr. Vaughn?
But yes, John Hopkins is in Maryland. It makes sense. But I'm thinking as if it's an organization that's like massive and they conduct their own research and yeah, John Hopkins could be one, but I think Mayo Clinic is much, much bigger. Because I think they do majority of their research in the United States. And I think they also do their own private missions too.
You're forming a new team?
I think in the lore of the game, she started college at like 16 or something. I remember they mentioned something like that in a previous stream. Right, she was like super smart and she graduated super early. My best friend actually graduated college at 16 too. 17, yeah.
What, is this an
To be fair, we
anti-stigma
never saw
measure?
Caducus USA and Under the Knife. Right, that's true. It was just mentioned. Yeah. They were just kind of hovering around at that time.
You mean is it a result of Professor Wilkins' procedure?
Oh, part of the text is blocked? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let me take away this disgusting game overlay then. Not necessary. Let me put you up here, guys. And then let me put this right here. Okay, that's the best it's gonna make me do. I apologize for the black bars because this is the best that this thing is gonna let me maneuver. Oh, I see. I think it's because I have to adjust this too. Oh no. Okay. Oh, okay. Pretty banger soundtrack though. There we go. Which medical show have you seen that's the most realistic? I mean, everybody's talking about The Pit
Well,
right
we've had
now,
this plan
TJ.
for a long time.
Go check
Though
that
the
out.
discovery of stigma did hasten its establishment. At least things will be easier on you since it's such a small team.
Thanks for your concern. But if we'll be dealing with mainly new diseases, then we'll be performing fewer operations.
Ooh, we're gonna do new things too. But people were saying that pretty accurate shows are like ER is really accurate, Scrubs is really accurate, The Resident is really
I hope
accurate.
that won't affect my salary.
There's a comedy one called St. Dennis Medical that's pretty accurate. So all those TV shows are pretty good. I've seen New Amsterdam, The Good Doctor, The Resident, ER, Scrubs. What else have I seen? Grey's Anatomy, Nurse Jackie. There's one called Dr. Odyssey. That's kind of I didn't really like that. And then which one's the one about the army surgeon? The Resident? There's another one.
Leave it to
remember.
you to think of that, Marcus.
I'll leave it to you to think of that, Marcus.
No need to worry. We'll be referring plenty of patients to you.
Yeah.
Special cases which may require the healing touch.
Healing clutch.
Well, that's good to hear.
Your job description won't change much either, Elena. Your priority will be to assist Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock with the operations assigned to them.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much.
Charge nurse.
I'll do my best, just as I did at Concordia.
Yeah. Charge nurse.
Then, the first thing I'd like you to do is become familiar with Caducus. And provide us with whatever information you have on stigma.
Regarding that matter, we've only encountered stigma in one operation. There's really not much for
Stigma?
us to disclose,
No, not the stigma.
especially since Professor Wilkins kept a tight lid on all the data.
That's all right. Just tell us whatever you know. You may be surprised at how much you recall. Extraordinary events leave deep imprints on our memory.
I hope we'll be able to live up to your high expectations. I was wondering, are we going to be questioned about the disappearance of the professor?
That won't be necessary.
We're gonna cover it up like all hospitals
This
do.
is a hospital, not a police department.
Yeah, because we cover stuff up all the time.
Well, we don't know where the professor was taken. They haven't even demanded a ransom.
I still feel uneasy about all this, but
Yeah, no, Caduceus feels a little culty. That's what happened when you join the big shots.
we'll do what we can.
There's always something behind the scenes.
Okay, let me show you around. I hope we can cover everything before my guest arrives.
They couldn't have gotten all that money. They couldn't have gotten all that money by being good people. You know something I like about New Blood is
Now,
how when
this
they
is
change
your
outfits,
office.
they don't get a fancy new outfit, they just get a new badge. I mean, there's... Eleanor's scrubs changed. I don't know if you noticed that.
Wow. Look at this equipment. I knew Caduceus would be amazing, but this is too much.
Personally, I feel like Valerie should be wearing something a little more comfortable because her shirt looks like it could spread a lot of infection. I hope she does not wear that when she goes into the operating theater. I hope she's scrubbed up proper. But if they are just visiting patients, like, you know, doing their rounds, business casual is fine too.
Your responsibilities won't be much
Although this
different than
lady-
they were in the past.
This lady's a little different. She's got the whole, like, coif thing going on her neck. What is it called? A coif? Scarf? She's got the fancy
Even though you're
scarf
now
and the
members of
tux and
Caduceus,
the
you're
lady
still first and
tux.
foremost doctors.
My God, the coiffure, is that what it's called? Coiffure? She's got the lady tux and everything.
We dedicate ourselves to research here.
She's got
but at
lady
the same
boss.
time, we see
she
regular
has
patients.
lady boss tattooed on her forehead.
A major part of your duties will be to keep your skills sharp.
Well, it can't be any worse than Concordia. I mean, we weren't exactly welcome
Oh my
there.
gosh. And now that I think of it, doesn't... I think I might have mentioned this before in a previous Trauma Center stream, but doesn't he kind of remind you of Hugh Jackman, Hugh Laurie, House Wolverine? He looks like a House Wolverine hybrid. With the hair and the stubble.
Now, let's take a look at where you'll be performing your surgeries.
This is... He is. We got the Dr. House and Dr. House Wolverine hybrid right here. Except, I don't think Wolverine would have a healing touch and more be like...
There are a total
Healing.
of 10 ORs, each one equipped for a
more
different
like
type of
slicing
procedure.
touch. More like bleeding touch. Wolverine does not have healing touch. He has bleeding touch. Wouse. Wolverine. For a new OC! Wait, what OC? Wait, I'm curious. There are a total of 10 ORs. What? That's massive! What? 10? Each one equipped for a different type of procedure. What? This is a massive ass hospital. 10 ORs?
Oh, Dr. Everett.
Director,
Crying.
do you know where Dr. Tsuji is?
10 ORs is a lot.
This is Dr. Everett, our chief surgeon.
Just having 10 ORs
He
casually.
looks like he's in pain. Is something wrong?
I've got cholelithiasis.
Kidney stones?
I was going to ask Dr. Tsuji
gallstones?
to remove the gallstones, but I can't find her anywhere. I can't take this
Yeah,
anymore.
gallstones are pretty. They suck. Not as bad as kidney stones though.
Director, can you fragment them for me, please?
Oh wait, we're just gonna do a gallbladder surgery?
I wish
Damn.
I could, but I'm expecting a visitor shortly.
So we're doing some
But
easy
I
peasy
can't
things.
stand the pain any longer.
All right, we're gonna operate on the chief surgeon. We're gonna do a
Are these the new doctors you were talking about?
Cholelithicectomy.
Yes, they are.
Can't say it.
I don't care who does it. I just need help.
I
can walk you through the procedure if necessary. I'll even suture myself when it's over.
I can walk you through the procedure if necessary. I'll even suture myself when it's over. So are you saying you'll be awake throughout the entire surgery? To be fair though, gallbladder and gallstone removal surgeries are like mostly laparoscopic nowadays, so it's super easy to do.
I know this is
Like an
sudden, but
appendectomy.
Not at all.
Yeah, a lot of surgeons can do this type of surgery in their sleep. Actually, my little sister got a gallbladder
Dr.
surgery a
Everett,
few years ago.
Skip the formalities. Just prep for surgery.
I remember when she when she called me, it was like around Thanksgiving a few years back, and I was still in school, and I was hanging out with some friends by the lake. Like we were walking to an Airbnb by the lake, and all of a sudden I get a phone call, and my sister's on the phone, Mama Athy's on the phone, and she's like screaming. And then they're like, we're bringing your sister to the hospital. She's in so much pain. I don't know what's going on. What's happening? And she's screaming. She's like, I think I'm dying. I think I'm pregnant. Ah! And all I can hear is like, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, are you sure you're pregnant? She's like, it feels like I'm pregnant. It's so painful. I'm like, you probably have appendicitis or something. No, it feels worse than appendicitis. I think I'm giving birth. And I'm like, you're not pregnant. And it was gallstone. It was, she had a inflamed gallbladder, cholecystitis, and then she just had to get her gallbladder removed. Simple as that. But I will never forget the phone call I got in the middle of nowhere. I'm pregnant! Huh? How? Congratulations, it's gallstones. And then oh my god, this guy is 78.7 inches? Is that tall? What is that? What is that in feet? What is that in centimeters? Alexa, what is 78.7 inches in centimeters? Oh damn, he's nearly 200 He's 200 centimeters! Oh wow, we got a basketballer in our hands, a tallest surgeon. That's awesome.
Let me explain the chart.
See, look, she changed. But also, Elena, what are you wearing?
Dr. Everett has cholelithiasis
No.
and has been experiencing pain for 3
Inappropriate work
years.
attire. There's too much cleavage going on here. Not appropriate. HR is gonna be writing her up.
3 years?
Same thing as her. She's got too much boobage going on.
yes, I've told him repeatedly to admit himself to the ward and have it treated.
Very deep V-neck. It looks like she's wearing a piece of lingerie under her sleeve, like short sleeved scrub top. I don't even know what that is that she's wearing.
However, it seems he's far more interested in taking care of patients
Wait,
than
what happened to
himself.
him? He's had like a gallstone issue for 3 years?
Typical doctor, neglecting his own needs.
I like didn't even read what was happening before. Crap.
I guess that just goes to show how passionate Dr. Everett is about his job.
He has chronic gallstones? What did they say?
When you put it that way. Oh, excuse me, please continue.
We'll use a laser to fragment the gallstone in this operation.
Not saying he's had gallstones for 3 years, because that's too much.
Please extract the gallbladder as well during the procedure.
Why don't they just remove... Oh, I was really just gonna say that. I was like, why don't they just extract the gallbladder as well if he keeps having chronic gallstones? Because that's usually what they do.
So we'll be taking care of the cause of his pain as well.
Wait, did you guys... What did they say before this that he had for 3 years? Like a gallstone issue? A gallbladder issue? Is that what they said? I totally was not reading the text. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I must be going.
Were they saying that he had like a inflamed gallbladder for 3 years? Because I forgot what they said. Time to rewind. Something about problems for 3 years and he was ignoring it. See,
Okay,
I don't
let's get
remember
started.
now. We need to rewind. I wanted to know what they said, but I guess we're doing the cholecystectomy. Look, I'm literally doing the same surgery that my
We
sister
will now
got.
begin the operation. Please disinfect the incision area and open him up.
We will now begin the operation. Please disinfect the area. Please disinfect the incision. Open it up. Is that how she sounds like? Kind of, not really.
First, we'll be fragmenting
God, I
the
remember doing
gallstones
this.
passing through the ductal epithelium. If a gallstone passes completely through the epithelium, the patient's vitals will drop.
Patient's vitals will drop.
Let's begin by using the ultrasound to locate the gallstones. There's a gallstone. Use the laser to break it up. The gallstone has been fragmented. Let's begin extracting the gallbladder as well. First, inject the sedative into the gallbladder.
Okay. Why would you need to sedate a gallbladder though?
We can't remove it all at once. Let's cut it into multiple segments before we take it out.
Sedate an organ.
And don't forget to use the laser on the gallstones while doing so. All right then. Please begin
Multitasking.
cutting off the first segment. The cut has caused hemorrhage. The patient's vitals have dropped. The blood has been drained. Let's start cutting off the next. The second segment has been cut off. The hemorrhaging is getting... Don't forget to keep You need to pay attention to the gallstones while you're working on the gallbladder.
Oh, whap, 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 whap. Whap, whap, whap.
The gallstone has split into 2 parts. Use the laser to fragment both halves as well.
Wah, 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 wah. Womp! Stop womping! Oh my gosh, so many gallbladders. How? Oh god, we're kind of screwed, guys. Let's go.
The third segment has
Oh my
been
god,
cut
I'm
off.
dead. I'm dead.
Remove
He's
the
dead.
last segment before it hemorrhages again.
No, it's gonna hemorrhage, y'all. Oh! Zappity, zappity, zoo! Zap! Okay. Woo, 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 woo! Oh my god, I suck. Oh my god, I suck. Oh my god, I suck!
The gallbladder has been
Oh,
excised.
he's dead! He's
This should
dead!
prevent
He's
the
he's
gallstones
actually
from
dying.
Please extract
Oh
the
no no no
gallbladder
no
and
no no
place
no
it
no
on
no
the
no
tray.
no no no! He's dead! He's dead! He's dead! He's dead! Oh my god! I killed him! I killed him! I killed him! Ah! He's dead! How do I extract it? Ah!
Gallbladder extraction complete.
I'm sorry. Gallbladder extraction complete. Okay.
Please treat the hemorrhaging area with antibiotic gel and suture the epithelium closed.
Wait, no! I'm sedated. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, there's no more gallbladders. Where's the gel? Oh. Oh. And then what? Suture it closed.
The gallstones have been eliminated and the gallbladder has been extracted.
Okay. Did I do it?
Please close him up.
Woo! Easy! I did that with my eyes closed. Whee! Oh,
Operation
so good.
complete.
Oh, I went a
Good
little bit
job.
over, but that's fine. Elena, my love, did I do good? Give me an A+, please. A+. Hey, blood, blood, blood. Hey, blood, blood, blood. Oh, okay. So he looked it up. So apparently he had severe pain. See? We're not looking at that. Ignore it. He had severe pain for 3
and we're
years.
already performing emergency surgeries.
He
I can't wait to see what's next.
refused to admit himself until today. I see. Alright, so he had severe pain for 3 years. Obviously, he's a doctor and forget about his stuff. Okay. At least it was just gallstones. It wasn't anything crazy.
But I guess it was a good chance to get our feet wet.
No! Don't get your feet wet. That's how you get foot fungus.
You always see the positive, Val.
I like his scarf.
Oh, you're leaving? I was glad to hear the operation went well. Of course, I'd expect nothing less.
Wow, this really looks like an ICU. The nurse's station right in the middle with all of the rooms just like circled around. Kind of looks like my unit, honestly. And the telemetry monitors on the ceiling. Nice.
We always do our best.
Very nice.
I hear that often, but for some reason, this time I believe it.
Imagine the director Quattro is seeing the new staff go and he's dead.
Tomorrow, we'll meet to discuss stigma. I'm counting on you both.
Like she said,
Well, I didn't
always
kill
do
him,
our
so
best.
I did good, right, guys? I did good. Okay, we gotta like. Oh no, you know what? My difficulty's on easy mode. Just because I think I've been like struggling a little bit. Should we? Should we go up to normal or should we stick to easy? Because I have died several times on the road. We'll see. I put it to normal
Wow,
mode.
you assisted in an
Oh?
operation on your first day here? You must be good.
Excuse me? What are you wearing, ma'am? Inappropriate attire! HR, write her up!
No, it's the doctors who are good. I'm just fortunate to be working with them. Sounds like you work well with them. In my case, it depends on who I'm assisting.
Is this a nurse or a doctor? This looks like a nurse. It looks like the nurses are wearing really cute outfits. How come we can't wear cute outfits like that when we're working? I want to wear a cute neck bow and a low-cut V and a t-shirt thing.
I get along with Dr. Everett, but Dr. Tsuji, on the other hand...
To have a plunging neckline.
Oh, forget I said anything. By the way, Ms. Newman, about the operating room support system.
Operating room support.
Oh, call me Leslie. Everyone else does.
I'm sorry, guys, but the hovering bodies is really throwing me off.
Now, it's our responsibility as nurses to manage the support system.
The fact that their bodies are just hovering very, very slightly off the edge of the screen.
It'll probably take some time, but once you get used to it, you'll be able to update an E-chart in a snap. Want to give it a try in a vacant OR?
Oh, she's
I'd
teaching me how
love
chart?
to.
Yay! Charting! My favorite part of the day!
Regarding this new disease, which has tentatively been named stigma, we received a report from the National Security Council and have begun an independent investigation.
No, it's been like this for this whole time.
Its
The
threat
bodies
level
are
is
hovering.
unknown, but I can say that the pathogen possesses astonishing mobility. It was unclear whether it even existed until now, but the Wilkins case put an end to the debate.
There should be a video game where you just chart on patients. That would be fun. Like Papers, Please, except Papers, Please?
And we are basing that assumption on the testimony of our two new doctors,
God.
yes?
Everybody here just really likes their neck scarves.
Oh, pardon me. I'm Kanae Tsuji, a surgeon here. It's nice to meet you both.
You're absolutely correct, Kanae. While the information provided by Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock is highly reliable,
So many mommies in this game.
our own investigation at Concordia also validates the theory. And it's worth noting, Professor Wilkins was conducting all the research on his own, without help from other doctors.
We spent less than a month there following our transfer from Alaska. But during that time, the professor seemed somewhat paranoid about an information leak.
To be honest, I'm surprised there was a leak, no matter how small.
The NSC never tells us their source of information.
He's not in pain anymore. For a second, I thought he had like a scar on his face. That's why he was wincing like
I
that.
bet the military is involved in it somehow.
Oh my gosh, the first doctor I've seen without a neck scarf.
Let's try to make do with the information we have at hand. At this point, the research can no longer be left exclusively to Wilkins. It's now the concern of our entire organization.
Very nice. Hello,
What?
Megan! Welcome!
Prior to your transfer here, we received reports of suspicious cases from various countries. We've already discussed those cases in a previous meeting.
She's doing that all according to Kikaku pose. Oh my gosh, it's me! All according to Kikaku.
The pathogens in question were confused with various parasites, so nothing was conclusive. If any new cases occur, they should now be reported to Caducus International.
I feel like this is kind of like the
It's
beginnings of
unfortunate,
COVID,
though, that Professor Wilkins' data was destroyed.
where people were kind of trying to research this new
And by an unidentified
Virus.
assailant at that.
pathogen thingy.
Am I
They
the
don't
only
know what
one
to do.
here who feels uneasy about this?
We're hoping that the professor's still alive.
From now on,
Maybe.
if
It
any
does
new
sound like
cases
John
of stigma
Stewart.
arise here in the US,
A lot of them are very famous voice
the
actors.
patients will be transferred to this facility whenever possible.
Like, Elena's voice actress is the one that I know.
Both Health and Human
Voices
Services
Colin
and the National Security
and
Council have
Cole
agreed to
Diaz.
this. The operating surgeons will be Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock. Their prior experience dealing with stigma will be invaluable. I personally stand behind them, 100%.
But where is Dr.
The rest of you will
Derek
be invited to
Stiles?
witness their expertise very soon.
and
I look
Angie?
forward to seeing the infamous healing
I want to
touch.
see them old.
That was a little unexpected. What have we gotten ourselves into, Marcus?
Big Clarma.
Were you as shocked as I was by what they already knew?
Not Big Pharma. Big Harma.
Not really. A doctor considers any and all possibilities.
Well, I, for one, am surprised. I had no idea there was data on stigma, other than what the professor had collected.
Well, we've got more important things to worry about. We're leaving for the tech department tomorrow morning at 8, right?
Yes, so don't be late.
All right, then I'm gonna go home and get some sleep.
Sleep.
Doctor, we just received an emergency request for help.
Do these people not go home?
What happened?
I guess not.
There was a big accident on the freeway. More than 30 people are in serious condition.
No, big trauma code.
The request came from the
No.
state hospital.
Now I feel right at home.
He was like, okay, it's time to go home. Nope.
Elena, can you let them know that we'll accept the patients?
No. If you're tired, don't accept new cases.
No eye response, incoherent speech, decerebrate posture. E1, V3, M2.
That is actually pretty bad. That means they have some brain damage going on. E is for eye movement, V is for voice, M is for motor. That's like the Glasgow Coma scale, the three different categories of it. So like eye opening, 0 means none, but 1 is pretty good. I guess V means that they are saying things, but it's incoherent. It's out of 5 or 4. And then motor is like they have some, but it's like not purposeful movement. So decerebrate posturing is when you have your... The easiest way to describe it is when you go nya. Have you ever done the nya pose and you put your fists in front of your face and you go nya 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 nya? That's decerebrate posturing, aka a sign of brain injury.
He's under 8 on the Glasgow Coma scale. He's in critical condition.
Yeah. So if someone's in the nya pose, they're probably not okay.
The patient has taken considerable damage to the right half of his body, and his lungs may be at risk.
He's definitely in bad shape.
No, I'm serious. Like, search up decerebrate posturing and tell me that is not the nya pose.
The exact locations of his injuries are difficult to determine right now. His vitals aren't stable either.
It's the best way to describe it. There's decerebrate and then there's decorticate posturing. Decerebrate posturing is when it's away from the body. Decorticate means it's when it's towards the body. When you think decor, core towards your core.
Please hurry, but be careful.
There's no time to lose. Let's begin immediately.
Wait, am I right? Oh no, decerebrate posturing is when you're away from your body, and the decorticate is when you're nying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got it mixed up. I would say decerebrate is like... Imagine you're like trying to fly with your fists, I guess. You're trying to fly with your fists. Or you're trying to look fabulous. Decorticate posturing is when you're going, yeah. I forgot. It's the Iron Man flying pose. That's what it is. Okay. I rescind what I said. I knew that it was either decerebrate or decorticate. But yes, my favorite is decorticate is when they're like, yeah. But actually decorticate is worse, I think. Because we've had like, we had like a patient recently who had multiple seizures and was basically having encephalitis, and their cerebral spine, basically the intracranial pressure was increasing, so they were having like a bunch of these seizures. And then when the intracranial pressure increases, whether it's from encephalitis or if it's from bleeding, like trauma, head trauma, then the decerebrate and the decorticate posturing starts to happen. And that's like one of the biggest telltale signs. So like you could see like the kid kind of just like unresponsive, because firstly we had to sedate them after the seizure, but then also their fists were curled up like beside them, and sometimes their fists will be like in their chest kind of curled up as well, and that's the decorticate and decerebrate posturing, and that's when you know things are no bueno, and then they had to be transferred out because our hospital doesn't deal with that sort of
We'll save him, no matter what. Let's begin the operation.
Yeah, it's really scary. Very scary. Glasgow coma
Beginning the
scale.
operation. The patient's condition has worsened since his arrival. Please operate quickly.
Oh no, I don't want to deal with this.
Begin by treating the external wounds.
Ah, I forgot. How do I do this again? Give him some vital juice. Okay, give him some Vita juice. Vita juice. We suck it up. We remove the shards. Oh, I'm getting GERD. Okay. Oh, easy. Okay, give you some more Vita juice. Suture. Good. Suture. Great. Suture. Amazing. He probably has glass shards in there.
But I assume that it can only be worse on the
Yes.
inside. Let's open him
Let's
up
go.
and begin treating his internal
All right,
organs.
antibiotic treatment. Nice. Disinfect. Whoa! I got a cool. I'm so good. Ew.
I'm confirming interior wounds and the presence of foreign debris. Let's keep an eye on his vitals and treat everything we can.
All right. I'm good at this. Watch me.
This wound can't be sutured.
You'll need to use the forceps to hold it closed temporarily. Hold one side of the wound with the forceps and bring it toward the other side to close it.
Forceps.
Close the wound before it hemorrhages again.
No, I got him. Okay,
Close the
forceps.
wound before it hemorrhages again. Please suture it quickly, or the wound will open again.
Bad? You're bad. You're bad.
That should do it for this area. Now to move on to the others.
Why do I keep getting bad? My sutures are so good. Don't judge me.
Use the magnification tool to change where we're looking. There should be other injuries nearby.
Wow. Oh no. All right, so he's staying. He's very much dodging. So let us...
Drain the pools of blood.
I'm doing that! Don't rush me,
The
Elena.
hemorrhage tore open into a laceration.
Please. Elena. Elena, let me do my job. I am the doctor. You are just a nurse. You have no authority over me.
The hemorrhage is formed. Use the antibiotic gel to treat it.
I'm all powerful. What the hell is that? What is this? Huh? Huh? I'm not fast enough. He's gonna die soon. Suck it up, suck it up. Suck it up, suck it up. Suck it up, suck it up. Come here and clutch. Okay, so wait, what is this? What is this? What is this?
The hemorrhage has become a more severe wound. Treat it quickly.
Oh, I am treating it.
Vitals are stabilizing. The patient should be all right for now.
Woo! It did this! Woo!
All right, let's close him up.
Whee! Bad? You're bad! That was amazing! That was the most symmetrical suture I've ever done.
Operation complete. Excellent work.
Don't patronize me. You're looking down on me. I know you are. C for creative. I'm a creative surgeon.
That was the last of the patients. The three of you can wrap things up now.
Woo 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 woo. See.
All right. Thanks, Leslie.
Yeah.
That was very impressive. If you don't mind, I'd like to assist you again sometime.
It's 3 a.m. Man, talk about a long day.
Whoopsie.
Well, this is what you wanted, right? To continue seeing patients.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's the life of a doctor, no matter where you are. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bright and early.
I'm just weepy.
Hey, don't worry. If we can survive in Alaska, we can survive anywhere.
True. C's that get degrees and survive their surgeries. That's a good rhyme, Gleesky. I like that. Sounds like Fuka's VA. Fuka from where? Which one? I have very creative artistic surgery. Exactamento. I am a creative owl.
So, I have a new job for you. But first, let me introduce you to our head of research.
Hello, my name is Dr. Robert Cromwell.
Wait. He's also wearing a cool little t-shirt thingy.
Dr. Blaylock and Dr. Vaughn, I
And he
presume.
has-
It's nice to meet
He
you.
has test tubes.
You must be busy
And he's
adapting to
British.
Caducus, but the director recommended you to, so
What the director recommended you to. So
I would appreciate your assistance.
appreciate your sister.
It's nice to meet you too. It would be our pleasure to help.
Cromwell.
Good. I'd like you to participate in
funny.
clinical testing under the supervision of the research lab.
Let me remind you that it is the duty of those in the medical field to not only cure
duty.
patients,
The duty.
but to also research and pioneer new treatments. Doctors and researchers must work together to fight diseases both present and future.
Agreed.
That's the purpose of Caducus. There may be some interesting characters here, but they're all excellent doctors.
think
I
Karen
consider
Brown
myself
did all
very
kinds of
fortunate to be
safety
able to conduct medical research among
What
them.
if it's just candy, you know? What if he's just got a little pixie dust in there?
And on top of that, we now have the assistance of two truly gifted doctors with the healing touch.
No, the VAs are so good in this game.
I firmly believe that with your precision, the data we'll be able to collect will be invaluable. That is why I'm so enthusiastic about your surgical skills. You don't have any objections, do you?
I appreciate your vote of confidence, even if it is a bit exaggerated.
Shining here is giving you solar flare. Shield your eyes, guys!
He's a dedicated professional, although he tends to be long-winded.
Now then, there's an operation I'd like the two of you to perform. The research you're contributing to will give new hope to heart disease patients everywhere. I'll explain as I show you my lab.
Like Elena! Elena had a heart surgery
It's true
when she was
that many
a
people
babu.
frown upon our astronomical research budget.
They frown upon our astronomical research?
Mostly journalists and politicians who are trying to make a name for themselves.
Oh boy.
You know how difficult it is to produce significant results when conducting
They're rich.
revolutionary research. But thankfully, we also have generous supporters such as...
Oh, Dr. Cromwell, you have friends
as?
with you today.
Big Pharma?
Would you introduce me? Pretty please.
Ooh, my mother mommy. Who's this? Is this the investor CEO mommy?
Isabella. You really should start acting more professional.
The necklines only go lower the richer they are.
This is Ms. Vasquez. She's a representative of the
Ooh.
Humani Corporation.
Okay, research, drugs.
I'm Dr. Blaylock.
Dr. Vaughn.
What are they?
Nice to meet you, handsome.
Handsome.
We're partnered with a number of large pharmaceutical companies and medical manufacturers,
Big Pharma. Big Pharma.
including Humani, who've been a tremendous
I'm
help to us.
telling you.
I hope my looks don't
That's
give you the wrong impression
only way to
about
make
our
the money.
company.
She's a medical representative. That's what I want to be.
Humani is a major player in this industry, and I've been known to play hardball when needed.
And why does she have such a voice like this?
Humani holds several lucrative pharmaceutical
Pharma rep.
patents and leads the way in regenerative medicine.
Well, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Oh, I know this voice actress. Wait, I know this voice actress.
We have a
Swear to God, I
research
know her.
specialist from Humani on staff as well. She's a very talented young woman and has produced great results. I believe she's nearby.
Where's the insurance company?
Cynthia, can you spare a moment?
I'll go get her, Dr. Cromwell.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it. The operation that you'll be performing would not be possible without her help.
You know, nobody asks. Everybody asks how the patient's doing, but nobody asks how much money they're paying after their surgery.
Yes, Dr. Cromwell?
What? Oh! What? Oh, no! Titties! Big titties!
Oh, that's right. You said you'd introduce me to the
So many
doctors
big
today.
titties today! Oh, God. Oh, wait, who is she? Angie! Angie, what happened to you? You grew up.
This is Cynthia Kazakov. She's a beautiful woman, as you can see, and
Scientist?
quite brilliant.
Oh, Angie got Big hooters.
Cynthia
Oh.
Kazakov?
Man, it must be dress code to have logos in this one.
You wouldn't happen to be from Trinity Medical School, would you?
Valerie? Valerie Blaylock?
Oh my god, they're besties!
Yeah, it's me.
You became a doctor! Congratulations!
Wow, I love how she was so like, you became a doctor! Congratulations! Hua hua!
Thanks.
Wait, so then what did she become?
Wow, I never expected to see you here, of all places.
What? Also Kellen from Code Geass? So she's just like voicing a bunch of different people? Because I'm pretty sure Elena is Callan from Code Geass.
You're going to be helping us? This is great!
I'm Marcus Vaughn. Sorry to interrupt such a touching reunion.
Nice to meet you, Doctor.
So, you two are old friends.
So she's
I
a
am
surgeon
convinced
too.
This will be a fruitful partnership. Now, Cynthia, can you explain to them about the cardiac patch?
So Cynthia is another surgeon. Really? Wait, Isabella, trauma center under the trauma center. Not Isabella. What's her name again? Cynthia. She's a researcher actually. She's not a surgeon. She's She's a researcher at the pharmaceutical company. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, her full body model? Oh my god, her full art? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my god, Wendy Lee! Of course! Who? We love Wendy Lee. We do love Wendy Lee. It's been so long since I've heard Wendy Lee. Who is the other actress who plays that Italian Isabella? Is that Italian? Isabella is voiced by Karen Strassman as well. Yeah! Wait, so she voices both of them then? Yeah! She voices them both! Wait, that's kind of cool! Wait, no wonder they kind of sounded similar. I was like, wait, this sounds so similar. This sounds so similar. That's so funny. They could be related. That's actually so funny. What if they were related? That'd be so weird. I mean, I'm not saying they are just because they both have Hispanic last names.
Allow me to
Spanish
explain
last
the
names,
details
but,
of the operation, as well as the usage of the myocardium patch.
Maybe that's why they use the same voice actors. I don't know. They kind of look similar. Myocardium patch?
Our patient is a 10-year-old girl with an occlusion in her heart.
Pediatric heart surgery.
Her heart functions are
My
deteriorating.
dream.
If this continues, she'll have a myocardial infarction.
Wait, but why does the 10-year-old have boobs?
That's where the myocardial patch comes in.
I guess they kind of start at 9. Puberty. I know, I was like, why does she have boobs?
I don't know much about it. It's a form of synthetic membrane, correct?
Yes, it's a new type of synthetic membrane that uses the whole cell voltage clamp.
I wonder if they got any medical experts. They probably did to consult on this game. And if any of the things that they actually invented in this game could be real things that happen in real life. Like this new type of synthetic membrane that uses a whole cell voltage clamp. Like, I wonder
The
if that's a
membrane
real
itself
thing.
is elastic and helps the heart move and function.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Amazing. It truly is
Like
a
heart
miracle of
grafts?
science.
Like you can implant artificial, or not artificial, but artificial valves or even pig valves into people's hearts now.
It's only as incredible as the skills of the people using it.
Nothing like a little pressure. I don't mind, though. That motivates me.
We'll do our best, of course. I can promise you that.
I'm glad to hear it.
It's probably just one image on the diagram. Like they probably have one set image of a female, but they should have like a pediatric image too.
So, we'll be applying this myocardial patch by positioning it according to the guide.
It's just like Elena when she was a kid. She had a heart
Is that this
surgery.
operation's objective?
Yes, that's correct. This operation will be performed without stopping her heart. But I have faith in Caducus and in all of you.
But it's okay. It's because maybe it's a reusable patient image. Maybe it's just a template that the hospital uses and they only have one. You know what I mean?
Let's start.
Let's go. Let's do surgery. Oh wait, see, no, she doesn't have boobs.
Let's begin the operation.
Ah. Apply a membrane to a still beating heart. I'm pretty sure we have to stop the heart. Put them on ECMO first.
We'll be operating on the heart. Please open her up.
Okay, Elena, thank you for reminding me that I'm not operating on their lung or their
Let's
kidney.
confirm the procedure of this operation. 3 areas of occlusion have been located on the heart. We'll apply the myocardium patch to them all.
Okay, so what is the patch supposed to do? Like, not occluded?
Follow the guide and keep the placement and angle in mind when applying the patch.
Oh gosh, this seems complicated. So I forgot what they were mentioning in the beginning, but they said that this patch is supposed to help, like, to get rid of the occlusion or something like that?
If the myocardium patch isn't placed correctly, the patient may undergo cardiac arrest.
Oh no, and then we
Be
have to do
careful.
zappity
Start by
zaps.
applying antibiotic gel to the occlusion areas. The first myocardium patch, carefully match the location and angle of the patch with a pattern on the heart.
Oh lord. Oh yeah, and a still beating heart.
The myocardium patch has been successfully applied to the occlusion area. Her heart
Okay.
rate is increasing. There's a possibility that the already weakened areas of the myocardium may hemorrhage.
Oh,
If
no.
you find a hemorrhage, treat it with the antibiotic gel before its condition worsens.
They mentioned something about a voltage clamp, but I guess it also helps keep the heart beating. Oh, maybe it like prevents the electricity from going through that direction or something like that, so that they don't get a myocardial infarction.
Here's the next occlusion area. Let's continue the operation. What? The guide moved?
No, stop!
Does this mean that we'll have to
It's a
time
rhythm
the
game now.
placement now that the heart is beating faster? Apply the patch when the size of the
Well,
guide
guys,
matches the size
what
of the
did I say?
patch.
Dude. Oh god.
A blood pool has formed.
Oh,
Doctor,
fudge!
the patient's use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse.
What in the
Patch
heck
wasn't
is
applied to
going
the correct
on?
Area.
But she's... I can't right now. This is so hard! Huh?
Doctor, the
Are you
patient's
kidding me?
Use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. The patch wasn't applied to the correct
Nani?
area.
Wait, this is so hard. How does one simply... One does not... I cannot.
Doctor, the
How did
patient's
I miss this?
Use the defibrillator to resuscitate her.
Oh, she's dead. Oh no! I'm
This
like
can't
letting
be.
go. Is it
Someone
delayed or
call
something?
for-
Do I need to
For
let go
Dr. Vaughn
earlier
and
or
Dr.
later? That's my
Paint
problem. I
without a
don't think...
party, they both...
I think I'm a little delayed. That's the thing. Because even when I do like the defibrillator, it's super delayed.
Let's begin the operation. We'll be operating on the heart.
I have a
Please
delay in
open her
this
up.
game. It's hard, guys. It's hard. It's gonna be really annoying. I know.
Start by applying antibiotic gel to the occlusion
got it,
areas.
I got
First
it, I got
myocardium.
it.
Carefully match the location and angle of the patch with a pattern on the heart. The myocardium.
They're not-
the
they're
heart-
so
there's a-
strict
if you
about
find
it,
here's
too.
the next occlusion area. Let's What?
Okay.
Does this apply the patch when the size of the guide match? Doctor, the
Mother
patient's undergoing
hooter!
cardiac. Use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse.
Mother
Please
hooter.
watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. A blood pool is formed. Please drain it quickly. The second occlusion
God,
area
I-
has been treated. One more to go.
One more to go.
Her heart rate is increasing.
No, it's not. Her heart rate is 26. Elena, her heart rate is 26. I don't know how to do this, Elena. Can I use the healing clutch?
Be careful when placing the patch. Watch your timing.
Oh my god.
Doctor, the
Oh,
patient's
Lord!
undergoing cardiac arrest. Use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse.
Oh,
Please
my
watch
God.
the guide and place it when the sizes match.
Can't right now, Elena. 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 Elena, this is hard.
Doctor, use the defibrillator to
Hooter!
resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Doctor, the patch can't be applied over a blood pool.
I know that. I know that. It's hard. Okay, I'm trying my best, Elena. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard, Elena. Elena.
Doctor, use the defibrillator to resuscitate her.
I'm not gonna.
We have
Hold
a
it.
pulse. The patch wasn't
So
applied
I'm
to the
struggling,
correct
guys.
area.
I'm struggling! What in the hell is going on right now? Oh, Jesus. Oh my god.
Doctor, use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse.
Oh,
Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match.
please. Please. The guy.
The myocardium patches have been placed, but there are still wounds that need attention.
I'm dead. My hands are sweating, guys. My hands are sweating. My hands
Let's
are
treat
sweating.
them all.
What do you mean, let's treat them all? I don't have the...
The patches have begun synchronizing with the myocardium's movement. And her heart rate is returning to normal. She should be all right now.
Oh, I did it. We did it. Oh my gosh. We did it.
Please close her up.
Ah, good.
We're finished. Good work, everyone.
Premium heart surgeon right here. I mean, this game is stress-inducing, but it's not as bad as it was before. I feel like it's gotten easier lately. These last few levels were not that bad. See, whee!
That was a flawless operation. Simply perfect.
Oh, thank you. Oh, look at him. He said I did a flawless operation. Did you hear that, guys? I'm amazing.
The patch is sure to integrate with the existing tissue. The patient should recover nicely.
Oh, that's interesting. So it integrates with the tissue and then it eradicates the occlusion. That's awesome.
I think we'll see excellent results, Valerie.
Yeah, the stigma was the one that made me. I had to do it like 60 times.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing more operations like this one.
He says as he stares deeply into her chest area. He does this as he tries to avert his gaze from Cynthia. He tries to avert his gaze from Cynthia's chest.
Well, we wouldn't want to take up all of your time. The director has already spoken to us regarding the research on stigma.
They're only interested in one thing.
We're currently in the planning stages. In time, we'll show you what we're capable
What
of.
if the cleavage is strategic?
Right, Cynthia?
What if that's the way to get everyone to stay, you know?
Yes, Dr. Cromwell.
They say you can have eye candy, but what about not eye candy, eye surgery? You have eye candy while you're doing your surgery. And that way you have motivation. There should be like an isekai anime where it's like, I get reincarnated as, I don't know, a stethoscope or something like that. And then it'd be something very, very lewd. Because you literally put your stethoscopes on people's chests. And except the person who got reincarnated, the person who got reincarnated as a stethoscope has a chest fetish. And, so let's I feel like there's gonna be a big influx of reincarnated as inanimate objects that are somehow close or in contact with certain things that they are obsessed with. For example, I've become reincarnated as my little sister's sock, or I was reincarnated as my school crush's sock or shoe. I was reincarnated as a bar of soap. I was reincarnated as panties. Or I was reincarnated as lingerie. Or I was reincarnated as a hat. Because, you know, you never know. They like smelling people's hair or whatever. Or I was reincarnated as like boxing gloves. They like to be punched around. I don't know. There's just every episode of Dulabra. What? What about reincarnated as a tongue depressor? That'd be weird. That would be weird. I was reincarnated as a Q-tip.
The NIH
Because
has received a
I
request
guess
for
people
help
are
from a
obsessed
hospital in
with ears.
Texas.
And earwax. Or boogers, I don't know. I was reincarnated as a scarf. That's what I would be reincarnated as. What if everybody's scarf in this game is just somebody who got reincarnated as a scarf? And that's why. Because people are obsessed with necks. I like necks. Collarbones, necks. Yeah, I'll be reincarnated as a scarf.
They're having difficulty with the diagnosis.
Professional tongue depressor. No, I was reincarnated as glasses. And I could see everything from my classmates' glasses.
Based on the patient's chart, there's a good chance that it's stigma.
I feel like reincarnated as glasses would be the next.
So this is what we're dealing with, hmm?
All according to Keikaku. Where's my emote for this?
These two pictures were taken only a few hours apart.
Where's my according to Keikaku?
Look how far the focus is. And its size has increased drastically.
A biopsy was attempted, but they were unable to obtain a sample of the pathogen. The patient will arrive in roughly 3 hours. Vaughn and Blaylock will be performing the surgery.
We'll check the patient's condition upon her arrival and then proceed with the
No, I
operation.
don't want to do Sigma surgery. Oh.
We're treading on unknown territory, so we'd appreciate your support, Dr. Tsuji.
I don't want to do Sigma.
I highly doubt that you two will need my help. But I'll get ready nonetheless.
Oh wait, Dr. Tsuji also got some cleavages going on right here. No, HR
Patient's
right
vitals
above.
are stable. Blood pressure 110/60. Heart rate 60 beats per minute.
Thank you, Elena. Those are perfect vitals.
Any case history?
She was involved in an accident 2 months ago. Laceration on the right thigh. Looks like they used artificial blood for transfusion. hootin blood from Syntec Labs, to be exact.
Artificial blood?
Are there any
Interesting.
contraindications?
Very good to ask, Elena.
None that I'm aware of, but can you check with them just in case?
Will do.
The affected area is the liver. The course of treatment will be determined during the procedure. However, I have a feeling this will be different than the professor's case.
Even so, I'm sure our experience with stigma will prove invaluable. Let's stay positive.
New strain of stigma detected. Composition unknown. Expose the pathogen and eliminate it. Oh, this person's really light. Oh, this is a kid? I didn't even know.
According to the test
Or maybe it's
results,
not.
this stigma
it's a
is
lady.
completely different from the one we saw before.
Uh-oh.
There are some similarities, though, such as high mobility.
Uh-oh.
It tries every conceivable method to make its victims suffer. It's like a nightmare.
All
If
right,
it
let's
is
get rid of the
stigma, then there
stigma.
must be a core somewhere, even if it looks different.
Was stigma the one that looks like the giant Dorito?
If we can find and attack it, we may be able to identify the key to stopping it.
I really don't like
A
those
core.
Doritos.
Now that you mention it, there was something in the report about that.
That's right. We saw something like a core when we were operating on Professor Wilkins.
I'm surprised you remember, Marcus.
Oh my god, it was a giant Dorito core.
Call it a hunch.
I don't want to
hunch?
do this.
Well, at least we have some hope of defeating it now.
No, we have to defeat this stigma. Come on, Athy, you got this.
I'll be praying that I don't have to get involved.
Oh, I'm getting iffy.
It's haunting me. Wherever I go.
It's okay, let's do the surgery while we're sleeping.
Dr. Vaughn?
I can do this while I'm
nothing.
sleeping.
Let's end this nightmare.
Watch me, guys. I'm gonna do this surgery while I'm sleeping. Oh no, the Numi tentacle ones. I don't like the Numi tentacle ones.
Let's give it our all.
Let's give it our all. Peace. Live 4.
The exact nature
Four?
of this stigma and the types of damage it is capable of are still unknown.
Yeah, it is the same company that did Persona. It's Atlas! Good old-fashioned Atlas! So they do have the same character designers. That's why they look like Persona characters. This is Persona. But... Grey's Anatomy? I only see Grey's Anatomy because so much cleavage. The exact nature of this stigma and the types of damage it is capable of are still unknown.
We'll just have to open her up and observe it for ourselves.
Ah, it's live or live as in living. Oh, live. Ah! I see. Persona MD. Oh wait, the talk is clicking. The clock is ticking. Ah! I was about to say the talk is clicking. No, what is
Stigma
that?
confirmed.
Ew!
It's much larger than before.
It looks like snot.
That must be its core there in the center. The plan is to use the laser to incinerate it, but
We can't do anything to it since the core has enveloped itself within the surrounding cellular tissue.
In the world is that?
The tissue itself looks highly viscous. Let's try draining it.
Good job. The amount of cellular tissue around the core has decreased.
Okay, then let's continue. Is this a tumor? Let's burn it with the laser.
Oh my god, he's making tumors now? Stop, stop! Come on. Oh Jesus. He's just be straight up making tumors now. Okay. Oh no.
The core's been exposed. Vitals are dropping. Is the tumor hardening?
Let's extract it with the Powell procedure. First, use the drain on the hardened tumor.
The core's being covered by the tissue again. The draining is complete. Use the scalpel. The tumor has been excised. Good job, doctor. Don't ignore the other tumors, though.
Oh Jesus, no.
There is still tissue left inside the patient.
What the hell is this?
Please drain it.
vitals are dropping? The remaining
Vitals are
tissue
dropping?
is
Shut up!
hardened? Does it dry out over time?
That's it. Leave the rest to us.
For Dr. Von, the pain of their without they both left.
It's so hard. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be far away. Let's go.
We'll just have to open her up and observe it for ourselves.
Okay, cool. I'm good. Very good. Very
Stigma.
That must...
We can't do it. The tissue itself looks highly...
Good job.
Suck.
Okay, then let's continue this and drag the core out.
Suck.
Is this a tumor? Let's burn it with the laser.
The core's been exposed.
Suck
Use
it.
the laser to incinerate it.
Suck.
It's working.
Oh, nice. Now we just have to suck really fast.
The core's being covered by the tissue again. Please drain it.
Drain, laser.
There is still tissue left inside the patient. Please drain it.
Suck. Whoa! Suck. Laser. Suck. No! Laser. Suck it, laser.
Just a little more.
Suck.
Did it split up?
Oh my god, what the hell is this?
The core has to be in one of them. Use the drain to find it.
Suck.
More of the tissue has been created. Drain it immediately.
I'm draining it.
Vitals are dropping.
The remaining tissue is hardened.
Oh,
Use the drain on the hardened tumor.
Oh, we cannot make it. We
That's
can't.
it.
We have to be so
Leave
fast.
the rest to us.
We have to be so fast. Like, I didn't even have time to... Oh my god, we have to be so fast. Okay, I'm trying to
For
strategize this right
Dr.
now. How
Von,
am
the
I gonna
pain
do this?
without they both left the field of medicine.
Okay. Okay. Might have to use the healing touch at that point.
The exert, we'll just have to open her up and observe it for ourselves.
We have to suck very hard. Stick it
That
up.
must be its core.
We can't do anything.
Very
The
hard.
tissue itself
Very
looks...
fast.
Good job.
Okay, then let's continue this and drag the core out.
The core's been exposed. Use the laser to... It's working!
All right. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Exactly.
Is this a
exactly.
tumor? Let's burn it with the laser.
There is still tissue left inside the patient. Please drain it.
All right. Sucking. 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 Sucking.
Just a little more. Did it split up?
The core has to be in one of them. Use the drain to find it.
More of the tissue has been created. Drain it immediately.
The remaining tissue is hardened? Does it dry out over time?
We can't use the drain on the
Vitals are
hardened tissue.
dropping?
Use the...
Vitals are dropping.
I'll stop.
Tumor hardening.
Let's extract...
The draining is complete. Use the scalpel to excise it. Use the drain. The tumor has been excised. Please extract it.
Ow.
Good job, doctor. Don't ignore the other tumors, though.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be so dead. No, I'm not gonna save this patient. This patient's dead. This patient is very dead. There's too many. There's too many. No. Even with the healing clutch, like you have to be fast because if they start to be those little thingy things where I have to excise, it just takes too much time. It just takes too much time to excise them. So I think in the end, I really have to suck those blue things out first.
We'll just have to
So
open
the
her up and
priority
observe
are
it
the
for
blue
ourselves.
things that it creates. Like we have to suck that first.
That must be its...
Okay.
We can... The
Suck,
tissue
suck,
itself
suck,
looks highly
suck,
viscous.
suck, suck.
Good job.
Okay, then let's continue this and drag the core out. Is this a tumor? Let's burn it with the...
The core's been exposed. Use the laser. It's working.
Nice. So it was good, but now I know
Core's being
that we
covered by
have
the tissue
to
again.
first
Please drain it.
suck it very well away.
There is still tissue left inside the patient. Please drain it.
Like these blue things, they have to be very fast to suck. Suck it first.
Just a little more.
Did it split up?
The core has to be in one of them. Use the drain to find it.
More of the tissue has been created. Drain it immediately. Vitals are dropping. Is the tumor hardening?
Let's extract it with the PAL procedure. First, use the drain on the...
The draining is complete. Use the
my
scalpel
God.
to excise it. The tumor has been excised. Good job, doctor. Don't ignore the other tumors, though.
Suck. Laser. Okay. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good.
did it. No presence of stigma can be detected. Let's treat the remaining cellular tissue.
Oh, let's go!
That was an amazing operation. Let's close her up and be finished.
Whoa, nice. I'm a big shot surgeon. Watch me. I'm so good. Oh my god.
I hope this is the last time we have to perform.
We're finished. Great.
Wait, why are they performing it in the dark? Oh, it's because they can't see it in the light. I see. All right. B. No! I see. It was so good.
Stigma's
Did you
mobility
see? I
far
kind of.
exceeded our
I
expectations.
had to be quiet for a little bit. Because I was really focusing, guys. I was focusing super duper hard.
You all did a great job treating it. I'm glad you're with us.
Thank you.
Would you expect any less from Caduceus' own special disease counteraction team?
We'll hold a conference on this case of stigma within the next few days. Of course, I'll need your report.
Just give me a strong cup of Joe, and I'll crank it out.
Give me a strong cup of Joe and I'll crank it out. Me too.
Good. You know, there was no way we could have anticipated. I was amazed at how well you adapt. I know you have the healing touch, but even so.
Well, I didn't even have to use it, so
I guess I'm just lucky.
I'm pro. I'm lucky. I didn't even have to use it. I didn't even have to use it. That was good. I was actually very proud of myself for that. That was actually a lot easier
The results
than a
from
lot
the
of
liver
other
exam
stigmas I've
indicate
done.
that the patient has been
Good
making
night,
satisfactory
Good night,
progress.
Rag.
She seems to be recovering well, but it's unclear how this disease was transmitted in the first place. We should continue monitoring her for at least another month.
I see. Well, I think it's safe to say that the treatment was successful. How about the pathogen itself? What have we learned? And please keep it brief, Robert.
My pleasure. Although
Keep it
our
brief,
analysis is only
Robert.
partially complete. First, the biopsy. Stigma
I
did
like
not
the shirts
match
that
any
they're wearing
known
with the little
organism.
stripes. The other surgeon, the head surgeon, was wearing it. So, first biopsy. Stigma did not match any known organism.
Meaning, it's a new species, so we'll have to come up with a name for it.
Ah. Lupus. Ligma! Ligma!
So how about it, Dr. Everett? You'll be a grandfather one of these days.
They're gonna name the disease.
Well, my son's only 12. All he thinks about is football.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll ask someone else. Now, regarding the spectral analysis, our attempts to determine its structure resulted in failure.
What? How is that possible? I've never heard of that happening before.
We tried a different machine, but the outcome was the same. We screened for nucleic acid, proteins, glucose, lipids, and ATP, but there were no matches.
ATP! ATP!
Stigma
ATP,
consists of an
ATP.
organic compound that is completely foreign to us.
What? This will change the way we think about life itself.
Whoever is credited with its discovery will surely make history.
You guys,
From a
right?
medical perspective, it's fortunate that stigma's infectivity is weak. We're trying to culture it, but so far there's no sign of growth or multiplication. It's going to be difficult to determine the means of infection as well.
This is more serious than we thought.
Ooh.
Madam Director, we have an emergency.
I know!
Leslie, we're in the middle of an important conference.
I feel like they have the same voice actress.
Deputy Secretary Marshall has collapsed. He may have intraaxial hemorrhaging.
Oh no!
George Marshall, from the Department of Homeland Security?
All right, let's adjourn the conference.
Intraaxial?
Leslie, I want you to prep operating room 3 for him.
Is that a
Vaughn,
heart?
Blaylock, you two will...
You want us to operate on a high-ranking government official?
Oh, here we go. Monster. I'm getting monster flashbacks.
I'll explain the details before the operation, so
she
please
says
go make the
details.
necessary preparations.
Details? Not details?
It's been 35 minutes since he collapsed. He's a 9 on the coma scale with mild tachypnea.
Ooh.
We're waiting on the CAT scan results, but it's most likely a case of subarachnoid hemorrhage.
Ah, brain, axial, axon. I see.
This is his chart from his previous admittance.
Brain hemorrhage.
We performed deep brain stimulation to treat his dystonia.
Ah.
And he was able to recover from that. Incredible.
Wow, deep brain stimulation.
Looks like the system's produced by Columba and Cornix, the same company that made Elena's pump.
Oh no. Elena's pump was bad, and then Columba and Cornix also made this. So are you saying they're corrupt?
Yes, it's now a subsidiary of Humani.
Ooh, Big Pharma ate it up.
If you have any questions about it, you can ask Isabella.
Oh, I see.
Director, what's this shadow here on the X-ray?
You know, I really appreciate the amount of detail that they have in terms of acquiring different healthcare companies under like big conglomerates and umbrella companies. You know what I mean? Because that's so true to how it is nowadays, with all these companies buying each other and just like integrating into other companies. And unfortunately, a lot of healthcare is still monopolized by like only a handful of companies, which is why recently we've had this IV fluid shortage. And that's the problem with monopolies, is that if they monopolize on something that's as critical as, or as necessary in times of in terms of healthcare, like IV fluids, if they monopolize on something like that, if that company goes down, or if something happens in terms of their manufacturing or their quality control, or if natural disasters happen, which is what happened in North Carolina. Natural disasters happened there. I think it was like flooding or something like that, and the manufacturing plant for one of the biggest providers of and biggest manufacturers for IV fluids was not able to operate. There are only 2 companies in the whole of the United States that create IV fluids. Can you believe that? 2 companies, guys. 2 companies in all of the United States manufacture IV fluids. 75% of them, at least from our hospital, come from the one in North Carolina that was affected. Which is why we could not give IV fluids to critical patients. We had to reserve IV fluids to severely critical patients for a very, very long time. There's still a poster on our utility closet in our in our clean utility closet that says we have an IV fluid shortage. Please do not waste or only use them when you need them. And they're very bare. Like we probably only have like 4 or 5 bags of IV fluids at a time while we're there. And yeah, that is the problem with monopolies. Letting y'all know. Yeah. There's a big storm and all that sort of stuff. So our equipment closet has a big sign that says, "Don't waste IV fluid, we're still in the middle of a shortage." And it's been a few months already.
Oh, that.
And it sucks because I have kids who need D5 normal saline, and we don't have no D5 normal saline. So what do we have to do? Normal saline, but they need the dextrose. So what, D5 half? But then their sodium levels will drop.
It's a hippocampus chip. We implanted it at his
Ew, a
request.
hippocampus chip, a hippity dippity.
He didn't want to forget anything, so he opted to have his memory augmented.
A hippo, big hippo. He didn't want to forget everything, so he opted to have his memory
I
augmented.
assume they're keeping it quiet. Do we need to worry about being in violation of state law?
Oh, they're doing illegal surgeries now.
We don't have time to discuss that.
Brain chip. I didn't know I have kids. I have hundreds of children live for. I have
Now,
hundreds
the
of
hematoma
children.
is far enough away from the electrodes, but take care when using the thrombolytic.
Hematoma is a clot. Thrombolytic is a clot buster. We like to call them.
Okay, we'll head over to the
Yeah.
OR then.
Thrombolytic is a clot buster. We're gonna bust the clot. I do have hundreds of children. I'm very busy. Yeah, Mama Athy. Mama Athy's my mom, but I'm also Mama Athy in my own right. I have many, many, many children in the hospital that are waiting for me. subarachnoid hemorrhaging and the multiple aneurysms obstructing the blood flow. Treat the area and search the blood vessels. So subarachnoid means it's under the arachnoid membrane because there's several membranes that are surrounding your brain, and subarachnoid is one of them. So hemorrhaging, bleeding, multiple aneurysms. Aneurysms are brain bleeds, obstructing the blood flow. Blah,
These
blah.
are the results from the CT. Please take a look. A number of aneurysms have been detected. Some of the blood vessels have already burst and are hemorrhaging heavily inside the brain. First, we must clear the excess blood from the area. Then we need to treat the aneurysms.
No, not the aneurysms.
Remember, this is brain surgery. Please be extra careful when performing this operation.
What, now we're doing brain surgery? Oh no. No. Oh yeah, and aneurysms, by the way, are not actually brain bleeds. Aneurysms are when the blood vessels start to bulge. They look like a balloon. So imagine your blood vessels swell into a balloon and they're about to pop. Then, when it pops, y'all kind of screwed. Then y'all are kind of screwed.
Even a tiny mistake could debilitate his brain. We better be careful.
This will require extreme delicacy and dexterity. We need to do our best.
I don't know if I can do brain surgery.
All right, let's begin.
Less aneurysm, more athlete risen. Aneurysm! Putting things in your brain without
Since we're
considering
operating on the
possibility it'll
brain,
just be
even the
rejected.
smallest mistake can be
I
fatal.
know, it's an organ. But there are things that you can put in your brain, like there are drains. There are certain drains, there are implants, there are like chips and stuff that people can put in brain stimulant. There is actually something for the brain that's very similar to like a pacer. People with seizures can put something in their brain that can abort seizures. It's so cool, the thing that they put in their brain. But only a certain percentage of the population are eligible for it because they have to have a certain type of seizure. But essentially, the brain surgeons can put a little pacer in a certain part of your brain, and whenever you have, as long as they're able to figure out where the seizure originates from, the abnormal electrical activity, they can put that pacer there in that spot, and then whenever an abnormal electrical activity happens, it just zaps it so that it stops like a pacer. Yeah! Good night, TJ! Go ahead and pass out. Have a good night. These subtitles a little bit spicy. Night night.
We'll have to be extremely careful.
Sucking it up.
That bulge on the vein is the brain aneurysm.
Aneurysm. It looks like flaming hot Cheetos.
Let's remove it before it bursts.
I'm getting the sedative ready. Please inject it directly into the bulge in the vein. Let's detach it with the scalpel while the sedative is still working. The sedative's effect is worn off. Please inject it again.
Nande?
The aneurysm has been detached. Please place it in the aneurysm has been removed. Please hold the vein with a forceps and connect it before it hemorrhages again. The vein has been reconnected. Please suture the vein together.
Sugoi. We're so powerful. Oh. Nope.
We're done treating
Nice.
this brain aneurysm.
Oh, yay! Okay.
The
Please.
test said there were multiple aneurysms, though.
Please, I hope it's just as easy as that.
There's
for
a
the
chance
next.
that any of these vessels will turn into aneurysms. Have the magnification tool ready.
Okie
Let's shift our viewpoint when necessary and treat the aneurysms when they appear.
dokie. Okie dokie.
There it is.
Are they?
Let's treat it before it bursts.
Okay.
There's more where we're not looking. Once we
Okay.
treat the ones in sight, we have to quickly change our focus.
Okay. So injectamento.
An aneurysm has burst. Quickly, drain the
Vitals are
blood and
dropping?
reconnect the vein. It's hemorrhaging. The blood needs to be drained.
Connect. Oh my god, I'm so cool. ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って、ちょっと待っててね。あいやいやいやいや。
Once you pick up the vein with the forceps, pull it straight toward the other end of the vein.
Ah, yeah.
Doctor, please inject it into the bulging vein. Vitals are dropping?
Vitals are dropping because I'm an idiot. 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 Baka da ne. Baka. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, yeah.
It looks like the situation's calmed down for now.
Yabayo.
His vitals, let's wait a moment and see what happens.
He's gonna bleed out.
Doctor,
he's gonna bleed out.
please hurry.
What the hell?
All of these burst at once.
Yeah, no, screw that.
Not yet.
I was just like, nope, not today, not today. We're just gonna do this slowly, y'all. This is gonna be easy peasy now that healing clutch, you know?
An aneurysm seems to have burst outside of our current view. Use the magnification tool to find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna screw it.
Vitals are dropping?
Oh my god! Okay, the sedative kind of keeps it at bay. Nope. Idiot. We should stitch them together first. Oh my god. Yippee! I did it! CV!
Columba and Cornix's brain electrodes and pump units may seem cutting edge,
But they're faulty.
but it won't be long before they're made available to the general public.
That's not
Just like the
right.
pacemaker. Professor Wilkins had one.
Somebody
Why do I have
is
this nagging
fucking
feeling?
one. That they're corrupt.
Everyone who's contracted stigma has had some kind of artificial agent in their body.
Yeah.
Even that
Yeah.
one patient who was transferred here had Syntex Q heme blood.
Yeah.
I was using artificial blood with my test mouse, too. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's a connection.
There is a connection. There's sus.
Dr. Vaughn, can I trouble you for a moment?
Of course.
I wanted to check on the Deputy Secretary's condition.
I doubt I can tell you more than you already know, ma'am. Since he was brought here promptly, cerebral ischemia was kept to a minimum. And there are no signs of severe paralysis, so we shouldn't have to worry about any after effects.
I mean, after the really botched surgery that I did, I'm pretty sure he's paralyzed because I zapped like half his brain off.
We can't use the MRI, so we'll take another CAT scan tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure I zapped half his brain off.
Will you be advising on his rehab, ma'am?
It's
Yes,
fine.
I will. I also need to
It's
administer a
fine.
personality test. Because of his implant, he must be closely monitored.
To keep secrets.
Sad, really. He's such a talented man.
Maybe he knows something and they put that in him so it would erase his memories so that he wouldn't rat them out.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the guy.
He knew things.
But I'd like to leave him in the hands of
was
the
on
others so I can
purpose.
concentrate on stigma.
Because he's a high-ranking official who knows some big bad secrets.
Agreed.
They're trying to not brainwash him, but literally put a chip in his brain.
And Dr. Vaughn?
Sag music time?
It's a shame that you feel the need to keep secrets from us.
Oh no.
But I'm hoping that will change.
He's all like, how does she know? Is she spying on me?
What makes you say that?
Your cutaneous muscles seem a little more tense than normal.
She can read faces.
I'm out of practice when it comes to reading faces. Was my assessment accurate? You're a critical part of the Caducus team. I hope you're not thinking of leaving.
No.
Of course not.
He's thinking of suing y'all. That's what it is. Ayo, A2? A2? Okay. All right, so I feel like this is a good place to kind of break because it's on to the next chapter. But there's a challenge. And you know Athy always takes up a challenge. Let's go! And then I can go eep. Eat and eep. Eepy eaties. Challenge. Whoa, what is this? Wait, didn't even tell me. Nani kore? You're not gonna even tell me what it is? Scalpel. Drain the blood. Then I do a thing. Now they're gonna die. I have to suck it up. And do the suturing. Suture. Wait, this is the one with antibiotic? No, suture. I didn't suture well. Suck it up. Ah! Am I supposed to be getting like A+ in this, but I did not? Woohoo! That was easy. Monster! No, bud, wait, disinfect. Let's just like do as many surgeries as you can in 4 minutes. Aw, fudge me! It's not this one. I don't know what's going on. I don't really know. I don't really care. There's a lot of bleeding and it's freaking me out a lot. Oh my god, the vitals. Oh my god, the vitals. I think we're screwed. We need to get the vitals sorted. Oh my god. There are so many vitals. No more vitals. This person is dead. They're dead. They're dead. Oh my god, they're bursting at the seams. I think that's why they're dying. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Do-do-do. What is happening? Where else am I being? Oh my god. They're bleeding so much. Oh my god. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Ow, 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 ow. Bad? You're bad! What? Who else is dead? What else is here? Ah, fudge me. Ooh, it's a big one. I was about to explode. Oi. Oi vey, oi vey, oi vey, oi vey. Oi, yeah. Dangerous. No, I don't want to get another one. I don't want another one, please. I don't want another one. No. Do. What else? What else? What else? Oh my god. God. What else? What do you want from me? There's so much. What is going on here? Oh my god, this is never ending. Never ending surgery, guys. Oh my god. Is there some on the other side? Am I supposed to like be going to the other lung or something? Oh, that's it. Nice. Do. I have 40 seconds left. I am gonna woo! Nice. A little bit lopsided, but that's okay. Oh, they want me to do as many as I can in 4 minutes, y'all. This is the situation here. Ew, poop! Yucky! I don't want that. Gross. Disgusting. What am I doing here? Zapping the poops? Zap the tumor? The poop tumor? Wait, what is this? Huh? How do you do this? Wait, how do I do this again? Wait, wait. Tumor. Do this. Okay. And then what? There's like stuff going on down here? Oh, more tumors. I see. Then what? Okay, I'm done. I only have 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Huh? Wait. So is this supposed to be like I'm supposed to complete as many as I can in 4 minutes, or is this like I have to complete a certain amount in 4 minutes? Like, how many surgeries are they gonna make me do? How many surgeries are they gonna make me do for this one? If that was the last surgery that I had to do, then I feel like I could have done it if I didn't waste so much time in the beginning. Trauma center. True. Wait. New blood special operation. It says I'm looking at the video right now. No, this is not the special assignment. Huh. I guess I'm going back. I guess I did good. I did good because I didn't fail it because it gave me a rank, right? So you're supposed to just do as many surgeries as you can. I think that's what it is. So yeah, I think that's what it is. So, oh, you got a C rank. That's not bad. Look at all of my C's. I think not a single surgery did I get a A. Although, I did get a B for this one in easy. Oh, it changes. Oh, see, these are the surgeries that I did all in normal mode. Are you not proud of me, guys? I've done so many of them in normal mode. Yeah, I guess I did it, and that's it. All right, that's that for this game. That was a lot of fun, guys. What did you think of it? What did you guys think of the game? Did you guys like it? I had a lot of fun. I forgot how much fun Trauma Center really is. It was not as stressful as I thought it was gonna be today, guys. I'm really happy about that. I think I just had a lot of PTSD from the previous attempts of this game. But I think I'm getting better. My skills as a surgeon has improved drastically. Do you guys notice that my skills have improved drastically? Yeah, surgery is so exciting. I've always thought to myself that it would be really nice if I could, maybe go back to med school and become a surgeon again. When I was a little owl, I did want to become a surgeon, a cardiothoracic surgeon, and I actually was inspired by this video game. I kid you not. I played this very video game when I was like 9-10 years old. And when I had the Wii, specifically New Blood, I remember playing specifically this Trauma Center game and being intrigued. Now imagine like this little 9-year-old listening through with all of this medical terminology that I've probably never heard of, but being interested into what it actually means. And I remember one of my mom's friends who was a nurse, she chatted with me one time and asked me what I wanted to be, and I told her that I was interested in maybe becoming a doctor or a lawyer, or a surgeon or a lawyer, because I was playing this video game. And she said, "Oh, that's so interesting. What do they talk about in the game?" And then I started to list all of the medical terminology I had learned from the game, like scalpels and hemorrhaging. This is all when I was in like grade school. She was so impressed. She's like, "Wow, that game seems very accurate," because that's all true. And she's like, "You do surgeries in the game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I perform surgeries in the game. I feel like it'd be really cool to perform surgeries in real life." And the reason why I wanted to be a lawyer is because Phoenix Wright. I mean, I feel like Phoenix Wright inspired a lot of people to become lawyers. So little me wanted to become either a surgeon or a lawyer because of video games. And now it's so funny to see how several years later, I'm sitting here playing this game again, except now I understand every single thing that they're talking about. Isn't that amazing? That when I was a little kid, I played this and I was like so lost, but then that kind of sparked my interest. And now I'm here and I've learned everything that I can. And this game is like second nature to me. So it's beautiful to think that. Test your surgery skills on a second banana. Second Mr. Banana! I still have my Citra kit and all that sort of stuff here, so I technically could perform surgery. I actually would love to do streams where I practice actual stitching. You can practice stitches on fruit, but they have like these specific stitching boards that surgeons actually do practice. And there are YouTube videos that teach you how to do surgical stitches. And I have stitching kits that I may or may not have taken from the hospital. Don't tell them. And although I am not a surgeon, it doesn't mean I can't learn how to just do a basic stitch. I mean, what if one day something happens in the wild, somebody gashes their knee open and, all you have is a sewing kit? What if I need to perform an emergency stitching procedure to prevent infection and hemorrhage? Yeah. Like those YouTube shorts, exactly. Make a short talking about how New Blood Phoenix Wright 1 inspired little Athy to be a doctor or a lawyer. Yeah, okay, well, I have to find a really good shorts editor. Yeah, I think there are a couple out there that aren't too expensive to hire, so it'd be nice. Or I would love to try editing my own video, so we'll see. Gotta get back into the video editing grind. I have been using Filmora, Wondershare Filmora, just because it has a lot of like assets that you can get, that you can use, like free assets. And it's a lot easier instead of having to browse certain libraries, because the problem with being like an editor is that you the hardest thing is finding resources, finding sound clips, finding video clips, finding things that are copyright free, like images, GIFs, thumbnail, like those, all of these like PNGs and things that you can use for your video that won't get your video demonetized, right? And a lot of the times those assets are behind a paywall. For example, like PNGs and thumbnails and things like that. Graphics are usually behind a paywall. You usually have to subscribe to like Shutterstock or some sort of like media library in order to like get that. And I used to subscribe to Shutterstock. That was kind of like my media library that I used when I was editing my videos in the past few years. But then ever since I discovered Filmora, I was like, oh, this already includes all of the assets that I need free. And I don't have to worry about accessing other libraries. It has most of the things that I need on here. So that's why I've been using it. I know DaVinci is really good. I used to edit my videos on DaVinci. And yeah, it was actually not that bad. It was, people say it's really complicated, but if you only have to do basic things, then DaVinci is the way to go. But Filmora also helps a lot. Yeah. Hello, Kai. You just woke up from your nap. I'm just finishing stream. We did so many good surgeries today. So, good job, everybody. Thank you for being such great moral support as always. And I will see you guys hopefully later tonight for some karaoke. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and then I have to wake up and I have to meet some friends because we're gonna hang out later. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Go out. Enjoy the fresh air wherever you are, whether it's cold or raining. Do one thing for me this weekend, and even though you are a shut-in, or whether you're going out to work, or whether you're shut-in, or whether you're a social person, I want you to stand outside and breathe in the fresh air for a few minutes for me, and then tell me how it was, and then come back. And I'll ask you later tonight, what did the air smell like to you? What did the air feel like to you? Was it cold? Did it smell like food? Did it smell like flowers? Did it smell like nothing? Did it smell like animals? Did it smell like poop? I'm curious. So when you guys wake up, or whatever you do after this stream, go outside and take a deep breath of fresh air for me. And come back and tell me about it, because I'm interested what your air smells like. Moist. Smell the air for me. Everybody go. Reconnaissance mission. I need to know. And then from that, I could probably determine where you live. Not me trying to dox everyone on chat. Just kidding. Right now, it just smells like 20 degrees. You're not even outside right now. All y'all are probably at home about to curl up and sleep. Don't tell me now. Tell me later. During my next stream. Don't tell me now. Everybody go back inside and go to sleep. Everyone, go to sleep. Good night, think sleep tightly. The little bit bugs with you. All of that fancy nonsense. So, have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Wherever you are in this lovely, lovely world. Have a good night, please. Sleep tightly. Don't let the bed bugs bite thee. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.